to episode 9 of Curse of the Vistani. So last time we were in the town of Briar, and you guys were investigating the illusory money and who actually supplied it at the request of one of the townswomen whose husband was accused of the crime. You managed to follow the leads to a camp outside of the town where a Vistani man was rumored to be, and you found him and have confronted him, and that's where we are. First off, I'd like to say welcome back, Nihon. Been gone
Thank
for
you.
a few sessions.
Yep, life just getting in
I-
the way and all that, but I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I believe the last time you were here, you were just about to leave Rockford, right?
Right.
Oh, Severed, thank you for the resub. 45 months.
Woohoo.
So, have you been keeping up with what's been going on since then?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So you know about all the spiders.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good. So I don't have to do a recap of that then. All right. When we ended last time, you had just asked him for some clothes. But if you'd like, we can do a little rewind here. Since we have extra people here. If you guys, because I think you guys
I'm
decided
absolutely
against that
fine
route.
with retconning everything we did there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
I
gonna.
do still think getting the clothes from him would be a good idea, though, in case we ever need to have somebody go undercover later.
I mean, disguise self, I can make myself look like I'm wearing his clothes.
True.
I don't need his clothes for that. That was if we wanted someone else to disguise that doesn't have disguise self.
Yeah. Okay. So
All
are
right.
we rewinding and seeing what else we can do with the interaction?
Yeah, so we're rewinding. You never asked him for his clothes. You never discussed posing as him with him.
Okay.
And we'll pick up there. So you tried to convince him to come back. He was like, no, there's no way in hell I'm going back. I don't care that the other man's going to die. I did what I had to, and I don't regret it.
Which means I should be up there then.
So, anything? What else would you guys like to say to him? Or what else would you like to do in this case?
I think Aurora
Well,
had
not much.
stuff to say.
Yeah, Aurora, you haven't gotten your 2 cents in
Mhm.
so far.
So he's right there in front of me, right?
He is at the fire.
He's up here.
Gotcha.
And then you
So-
are currently down here.
I'll kind of walk over, but like just kind of like non-threatening way.
Mm-hmm.
Battle axe not drawn.
Nope. And just kind of look at this man, his unhappiness and bitterness, it seems, towards life.
All right. You don't say anything to him. You just staring him down.
I just raise a hand very slowly, as if to acknowledge that I see him there.
All right. He just kind of stares back at you, silent, and he just continues to sit in front of the fire.
And I kind of look at him and be like, "I don't envy you. You are in a very difficult place with no particularly easy answers or solutions."
Yes, I was. I am. No one would help, so I helped myself. And I won't apologize for that.
And I cannot ask you to apologize for such things. I look at you and I see someone who had no other means, who had no other way to do the things he needed to do, presumably to help people that were in danger.
Yes. These kids' lives were in danger.
And I understand that. I think looking out for others is nothing but noble, especially those who cannot tend to themselves. My people, we take care of one another. We look out for one another. We have our roles and our tribes, but it does not mean that simply your role is your role, and if you are not producing, then you are not useful.
Exactly. See, he understands, and he kind of looks at Saffron.
Yes, I understand why you did the things you did. But I also understand that there's a mess. There are people that have been hurt otherwise. And yes, what you've done is perhaps justifiable within not only your own eyes, but within the eyes of others who would understand. But I also cannot sit here and say that it is justified that another man must pay for your actions, and nor must you pay with your life for your actions, because that is a price. That is a price in this case, I believe, is too high, and it is not that I agree that the mayor is correct in seeking blood and vengeance here. I think personally, if I may speak openly, I think his anger and rage is blinding him to the truth. And we find ourselves in a difficult position here. On one hand,
He kind of eyes you.
On one hand, it is true that you have somewhat shortchanged people, and people are quite upset at that, and there should be some sort of perhaps small penance that be paid for that, but certainly not with your life. That I wholeheartedly disagree, that you should have to die because of what you did. The punishment does not even come close to fitting the actions that were committed here. That is above and beyond
Kinka, thank you for hosting.
what is, I believe, truthfully valid and just to do in this situation. So that the crossroads we find ourselves at are, what do we do? How do we make this situation right without having to throw you to the wolves?
It ever happened.
I don't
Because
think it's.
if
I was just
because
gonna,
if let's say
I was just gonna say
because
I don't think it's right to let an innocent man die over something like this.
and that's the problem that I foresee here. Because if we take you and you are truthful, you will pay a price. If we leave you, the price will still be paid, but will be paid by a man who did nothing wrong.
And it will be paid in blood.
Not just blood, it will be paid in life.
What's done is done. I did what I had to.
And that is what you wish the example to set for these children?
The example I set is that they live.
Can I ask a question out of character?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
What if we throw we found you easily. What's to say these merchants whose lives you destroyed don't come looking for you?
They can look all they want. We'll be gone in a day or two.
That was out of character,
Right.
not to him.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're...
Right.
Sorry. You did say that.
I see that, and yes, that is the lesson that's being learned here. Or perhaps that is the lesson that anything justifies the means as long as you get ahead and are safe. Even if it means killing other people, even if it means stealing from those who are poor, even if it means that you must do things that are uncouth and would otherwise be wrong and unjustified if done to you. But as long as you are the ones who are doing it,
At
it is
least
quite
they're
all right.
alive. That's all that I care about. And I'm not going to sit here and listen to you preach at me about something that's already done. It's done. So if you have nothing else to say, then leave.
Kind of turns to them and be like, stubborn one, isn't he? I'm just
Are well enough to travel, yes.
He also
He's
needs to
not...
keep in mind that he's not just killing a man. He also destroyed the livelihood of another family who now have to completely pick up their life, sell whatever they have, and move to another city to try and get back on their feet because they're financially ruined. It's not just one person's life he affected, it's multiple.
Well, and since he shows no remorse for the consequences of his actions that are befalling on other people,
Maybe he should come
we have
back
no
and
indication
see.
that he won't continue doing this.
and there's no indication that he won't do this to somebody else and that he won't be able to get
Right.
away with it, which is somebody who catches on quicker simply means that you don't survive anymore. That's the only problem.
One other thing I'd like to say, I forgot to say it last session, but I remembered after the session. The apothecary couple, did say that if you were to bring bring Peter back, then they would vouch for you. Which is an
Basically
important
confirmed
thing.
that
Yeah,
Peter was the one who provided the money rather than the imprisoned
right.
Loman.
It's a very important thing that I completely forgot to say in the heat of things. So just wanted to make sure that was brought up on
Gotcha.
stream here in video.
So then I guess I'd like to pose a question to Peter then. If you're
All right.
willing to go to these means to do this now for the kids, what happens down the road when you're in a maybe similar predicament where they need clothes, they need food? Are you going to destroy another man's life and another family?
Well, their lives aren't on the line anymore.
Loman's life still is.
His life is not my concern. If these kids' lives were on the line, hell yes, I'd do it again.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Lee says, this is why I got stuck last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this man obviously only cares for these children and nothing else.
I had a character question just to discuss with the
Okay.
group here, because I don't want him hearing this. How terrible would it be to
Put him to sleep, knock him out, and
use
join
one of the children against him in such a way as manipulating said child to basically guilt trip him? Because he won't listen to
Like,
us. Will he listen to the kids?
So, like, holding a dagger to one of the kids?
No.
I'm thinking she's meaning
Like
more trying to
charming a
charm the
kid
kid
and having
Charming
them
kid?
come up.
Oh.
and be like,
I mean, you could
Peter,
try.
why would you let a man die? That's
Right,
not
like,
fair. I didn't
or
want you to
even
do that
like,
for us.
even not even magically charmed, just tell the kids what he did. And see how they
Oh.
take that. Like, how evil would that be?
I mean, could the kids hear us talking right now?
That's a good question. Can we roll
I mean, you guys
perception
aren't-
to see
you-
if the kids are anywhere listening?
You don't have to roll perception for that. They're close enough. You guys aren't exactly being quiet about this, and neither is he. Most of the kids are lying sick in the tents near the
Near
carts
where,
under all
like-
these awnings that you see.
yeah.
Do any of them seem to have a change in disposition at all while this conversation's happening?
Not really, no.
Okay.
And so Peter is getting like visibly frustrated at you guys at this point.
The feeling is mutual, Peter.
Like he's wanting you to leave. He's already told you to leave. And he pulls he reaches into his coat and pulls out a deck of cards. He hasn't done anything yet. He just pulled out a deck of cards.
Do we pull out the trick dice?
If he has a deck of many things and he pulls it to deal with us, he is playing with fire. Let me just say that.
We have a cloak of many different patches. Stampede him with a
A
horse.
deck of many things has some very nice things in it, has a lot of very dangerous things in it. To the person who pulls them.
So, Lily, you seem
Yeah.
to know what a deck of many things is. I don't think everyone here does.
Okay. Well, and I don't know that Saffron would know what it is either.
Right.
We don't exactly have detect magic up
Mhm.
currently. I
And,
don't
and
believe.
you don't even know that that's what it is. It's all
Right. I'm
all you
just
currently know is it's cards.
spitballing metagame. Yeah, I'm just spitballing.
But for the people who don't know what it is, what a deck of many things is, do you want to give a brief explanation of it?
It is basically a magical set of playing cards, and when you draw a card, it is consumed, and it creates a particular effect depending on the card you draw. Some of the cards will do things like give you money, give you wishes. Some of the things will make you lose all of your items. Like, it just depends on what
Some
you
can
draw.
summon monsters.
Yeah, they can summon monsters, they can summon weapons, they can disenchant things on your person, like completely ruin all your magic items, they can send you off to a far off place. Like, there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hope he doesn't have one of those. Because if he does, and he chose to steal rather than try to use that, again, I'm frustrated by his short-sightedness.
Should we
Well, like you said,
try?
it's a gamble, right?
Should we try and turn back around and see if we can get him to admit that he never really even tried to get help?
You can. I'm not going to stop you from doing anything.
I'm wondering if you get your insight check on that.
I would like an insight check
If
on
we
that,
could-
actually.
if we
on
could
that
call
statement,
his
if we can get
bluff.
him to say it again.
That
Yeah.
he didn't really try, and then that could give us more force into being like, well, you didn't even try. Why should you not seek, or why should they not seek retribution on you for what you've done, type of thing?
I genuinely would like to know why was falsifying the coin his first thought.
Right. So what is it you're saying to him? What do you
Seems like a
actually
whole lot of trouble. Like, in character, Saffron's like, it seems like a whole lot of trouble to enchant coin for this. There are so many other ways you could have gone. Why this way?
You think this was the first thing I tried?
What have you tried?
I've begged. I've begged multiple towns. No one cared. No one would help.
Did you beg this town?
What's the point?
Which towns?
I don't have a list.
Just wanted to see if he was gonna follow up with that's none of your
Rockford?
business, basically saying he's full of shit. But or if it was valid.
He would probably say, "Why does it matter? They were all the same, every single one of them." And yeah, if you roll an insight, 12, he does seem to be genuine. That he has tried other places and got nowhere. And when no one else would help, I had to turn to what I know. I had to do whatever I could to save these kids, and I damn well will not apologize. And I am done talking, you folks, so leave!
I guess I still didn't get my question if he actually tried to ask for help in Briar, or was he just so dejected that he didn't even bother to try?
He was basically saying he's tried
He
everywhere
didn't bother
else.
asking this one because everywhere
didn't
else he
bother
tried, he got rebuffed.
Correct.
So no, he didn't ask this town.
I don't know where to go from here. My brain is stuck.
This is where we were last time, yeah. Like, I think it has to come down to a fight because he's not going to come willingly.
All right. So he just demanded you all leave. What do you do in response to that?
Is it weird that I want to park my ass down and say no in a very stubborn way?
You can do that.
I don't think I can successfully charm him, but I'm really tempted to try.
How about sleep?
I don't know that it would be enough. It's usually not great against other NPC level people because they have more hit points. But
Yeah, makes sense.
because it's only a 5d8 roll, which means it's a max of 40 hit points. So if he has more than 40 hit points...
Nihon, thoughts? I'm lost.
He may have had to step away again.
I'm here.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Kinka says it's time to murder Hobo.
I didn't want it to come to a fight. I really didn't.
I don't know what more we can do.
Do you say that out loud? Or
No, I kind of say that to myself.
Okay.
As an out of character question, do you think we should drag him back?
I'm almost kind of tempted to do so.
I mean,
I know
if
that
we
was
have
Firedale's
anyone
stance.
lawful in the party, that will be what they try to do, just alignment wise.
I do want to add that Firedale off camera has stated that his character would be determined to make this guy pay for what he's done. He would drag him back.
Not necessarily pay,
So,
but retribution
Curio's-
for what he's done.
Curio's probably getting really upset at this.
Yeah.
I feel very much like he needs to go back. He's not going to go back on his own either.
All right,
Dawn
so-
has already said she's willing to make Morrow sit on him.
I think that was my suggestion.
We may have to.
All right, so you guys at this point are just kind of looking at each other, like he's demanded you leave, and you have not moved.
I
You're just
will
kinda looking back and
start to
forth.
turn around as though I'm leaving, but I'm moving very slowly. I want to see what he does.
Okay.
I'll move Luna back then to where she was.
So are you guys like move
Where
your
I
characters
could-
to where you would be?
Where I could see more Curio trying to get in front.
Yeah, I think Curio, when you guys start to leave, he'd probably be like,
walking
"Where are you
forward.
going?" He'd probably like.
I'm
start
just kind
forward.
of gesturing, like when I've got my back to Peter and I'm facing Curio as he's brushing past me. I'm like holding a finger to my lips, like shh. You know, like I have a plan, kind of thing.
Okay,
They
so
wanna
do
fill
you
us
do you
in on
grab
this plan?
Curio and?
No, I'm not stopping Curio at all.
All right, so
I guess I'll just like
I
slowly.
hate talking for him, but I think what he would do is he would start going towards Peter. You guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Get a little handsy with
Yeah.
them.
So
I'm backing up so he doesn't feel immediately threatened, so that Curio can move forward.
right.
Yep, and
So-
I'm walking down to Luna.
So as soon as Curio starts walking towards Peter, Peter takes the deck that is in his hands. He draws a card, throws it to the ground.
I guess
Oh,
he's got the deck.
Okay. My off-screen guess was right.
So we're going to.
Yeah, there's a table.
do
Oh,
this.
there's an actual deck on screen.
Yeah, the deck of many things is an actual item.
So when he throws it down, the Jack of Clubs appears.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
going to appear like right around there.
So
So
what is the Jack of Clubs?
Jack of Clubs. Let me see.
Defeat a dread wraith or be forever destroyed.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Well,
Yeah, because the deck has 22 cards in total. It's not a full card deck. So it's pretty much all face cards.
sorry,
Yes,
just
but
give
my
me
question
1
is,
second
what does
while I.
the thing spawn
This is the
or
skull.
do?
The Jack of Clubs is equivalent to the skull, which is a dread wraith appears. The character must fight it alone.
Hang on.
Yep.
Unless he's customized it.
Unless you customize it, yeah.
Okay. So
They are
this.
way more powerful than we can deal with.
Sorry, I have to find things for these guys to show them on screen.
When usually the deck's effects happen on the one who drew the card.
You're saying he might have to fight that thing,
Yeah.
not us?
Bestowed upon the person who drew it, for better or for worse.
All right. So
Well,
this big axe wielding guy shows up, looking really scary, like really, like furiously mad type of thing, and he's looking at you guys. And with that, I would like you guys to roll initiative.
Saffron, can you charm him?
The Dread Wraith?
Is it a dread wraith?
I'm guessing so.
No, I rolled twice by accident. First one.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I have no idea.
So I will tell you it is not a dread wraith.
Okay. Would we be able to recognize what it is immediately? Or roll some kind of check?
You could roll a perception check.
Okay. I'll roll that and then I'll roll my initiative.
Well, we both got the exact same thing.
I just got an error
perception?
from
All right. Aurora, did you want to roll perception
Yes.
as well?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is a berserker.
Okay.
Okay, so berserkers should be humanoid. So in theory, yes.
Okay, so
That was what I was checking. I'm like, does it fit the parameters of the spell?
Wouldn't that be funny if he just throws it down and then you just term it and then it goes after him instead?
okay, so can someone roll initiative for Curio
I need to
and
open.
Talon? All right, so Lilia, you rolled a 10.
I have a 15 initiative.
Saffron, yeah, 15.
I'm open Curio.
Rio's a 13.
Talon's a 16.
Okay. Well, there's not going to be much point in me charming it
Oh, we also need to roll
if people
for
are attacking
Pika.
it right out the gate.
Uh,
Because it'll immediately break it.
Nihon, roll
He had
initiative.
a 10 for initiative.
I had 10,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Thank you. I didn't
I
know.
It's
also
up a
need
bit.
to roll for Pika.
True. Okay.
I'm opening them. Okay, sounds done.
Son gets a 16.
Son and Callan, which one has the higher dex? That person's first.
17 for San.
17? Looks like
Versus
16.
what's Callan's dex?
I see 17 in the
It
numbers.
should automatically do it because I'm doing it through Beyond.
Well,
D&D.
yeah, but it adds it for the initiative roll, but then you also go by whoever has the higher dex modifier to break
Yeah.
ties.
It should be able to tell that because I'm using your actual character entries.
Well,
Okay.
you're not rolling both of the characters at the same time, though. They're rolled separately.
Okay,
Or are you saying in the turn tracker?
In the turn tracker, it's using their actual characters.
Okay.
Question?
Yeah.
That was
When
the
you're
question.
asking for what their dexterity is, it's the number in the oval, right?
You just want the modifier for simplicity. You want the plus
Yeah,
or
the
Plus
minus.
three.
modifier. Yeah.
So
Yep.
San is +3.
Okay.
If the
So,
modifier is a tie, then you do the actual full number.
I'm actually going to say that prior to initiative order, after he throws this card down, he starts making his way this way. So then we will start. So, lots
But
of
he also
16s.
has an initiative order because he's trying to escape. Okay.
Right. All right. So he actually gets to go first.
Why? I don't understand why in the turn order thing I can only see my name and Firedale's.
Further down, scroll.
You should
I
be able to
have.
scroll on it.
I can see all the figures. I can only see my name and Firedale's and the Badger and the Bandit. I can't see any other character names in the turn order thing.
Let me remove this.
If I highlight them, they get highlighted on the square for the token, but again, that doesn't give me their names.
Yeah, I see them missing too.
Yeah.
And Firedale's token is completely missing, so is yours for me.
Yep. Because I have names for mine and Firedale rather than a token.
I see my name with my token, but I don't see tokens for you and Firedale.
I see
don't see
no names with
names.
tokens. I see tokens with no name, or I see just name.
Yeah, okay. Turn order's kind of messed.
Little finicky.
Okay, so it is Peter's turn first.
And who's gonna run?
And so just want to look at all his options.
I have a feeling.
So he is definitely going to what's his movement? 30? 20.
Could you have actually gotten that far?
25, 30.
He had started moving before initiative started, apparently. He threw the card down and booked it before we rolled.
Right. All right. And then once he is there,
That's like 55 feet that he's gone so far.
he is
Yeah, that's
going...
a lot of movement.
That's doesn't
So
necessarily.
he was starting here. So he got movement before turn order, and then it was his turn first. So think of it like a surprise attack, except instead of attacking, he threw down the card and started running.
So as long as you're not counting him as having dashed that first turn because he did use an action. Okay.
No. Yeah, so he threw down the card as his action on his surprise round.
And he's top of initiative order, which is why he just moved again.
Correct. All right, so he is going to... Can't do that one. I think to start, he's just going to... Sorry, he has several options here. He's going to fire an arrow with his longbow. He rolls a 7. So he misses.
You rolled twice.
Yeah, that's why I don't usually do it on here and I roll them myself, because it always rolls twice because I have it open twice. But I'm taking the first one, which is 7.
I see them backwards.
What do all of you see it as?
We see the 20 first.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a dirty 20, but it's a 20.
Okay. On mine, it shows a 7, but if you guys are seeing the 20 first, then we'll take the 20.
I mean, I'll take the 7.
Yeah, I know. I would gladly take the 7.
We'll do 7 because that's what I am seeing first.
Okay.
Just to not complicate things. I don't want to have to ask you guys what you see every time. All right, so he fires a shot at Lily, and it goes wide.
As in Lilia, or Saffron?
Sorry, Saffron.
Okay.
My bad, Saffron.
I don't think Lilia is technically in his range. I think I'm closer.
We're standing right beside each other.
His range for the longbow is 150 feet.
No. Well, apparently I made him angry, so is what it is.
You did do most of the talking, and you're the closest.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have any bonus actions? Not that he can do right now. Okay, so that is his turn. So next is Callan. So Callan is going to right away. He's going to get out his or summon his.
Homunculus?
No, not the homunculus. His what is it
Unseen
called?
servant?
The Eldritch Cannon.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so I have that. Somewhere. Sorry. Oh, come on. I have that somewhere. Where is it? Shoot, where'd it go?
My guess is missing.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm not seeing it at the moment. Not using that one. That one's silly. So we'll use this as the cannon. We'll shrink that down. So he summons it next to him, and he has it go
Aim to
over
Warp
this
Eater.
way, and then actually no, he'd probably focus on the giant berserker in front of him. Get it out of the way of the kids, and then fire at the berserker.
Yeah, I love how he was doing all this for the kids and he just released a berserker in the middle of their camp.
Yeah.
All right. So all right, the force. So it's the force ballista, and it's got legs, so it can move. Where is it to hit? +4. Okay. There we go. Okay. So he rolls, or the Eldritch Cannon fires at the berserker, and it doesn't really do anything.
Doesn't do anything as he misses and doesn't hit?
Doesn't seem to have an effect.
So it looks like it should have hit, but the berserker didn't really react to it, I guess is what I'm saying. So you're not sure what that means.
Illusion? Was it maybe an illusion?
So then Callan, his bonus actions. He's going to cast Magic Stone, because that's a bonus action apparently.
On
And
stones.
he rolls a 21 to hit, and that's a range. What is the range on that? Oh, wait, range of touch. What's the actual range on this?
If it says touch, it's 5 feet. You have to be next to it.
But Magic Stone is a ranged attack, I thought. Oh, it has a range of 60 feet. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't say that in the range section. It says that in the description.
Mm. Yeah, my sleep spell does the same thing.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, he can reach. So he's going to roll for damage. And he does 3 damage to Peter. So he's having the Ballista focus on the Berserker, and he's moved over here to attack Peter. All right. That is his turn. So now it's San, who's also not here. So that means I get to do it again.
Well, I have a
Unless someone else
suggestion.
wants to do San.
Moro,
What?
fetch.
Yeah, that was my suggestion. So Morrow, fetch. Which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or wait. It's by 5, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It is doing the math on the thing as you're dragging. Like it's 45 right now. 50.
Still 50 though.
55. 2, Peter.
And Morrow's is 50. So could let's see, from Morrow to.
Are you doing San then? Or am I?
Well, I just want to do Morrow fetch. I don't know what she would do otherwise, but
Yeah,
besides.
so we'll have San go first.
Can I just
So
have San say Morrow fetch and Morrow run?
Yeah, she'll have him fetch on Moro's turn. So I think she would try to. She doesn't really have much in the way of spells.
I mean, would she also try to pursue Peter?
So I'm not sure if she would pursue Peter or focus on the closer threat first. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm right here. I intend to give everyone a chance to get away from the Berserker.
Okay. And since she's down here, yeah, I think with
And to me,
Curio
Peter
and Aurora,
escaping
with all 4 of you
is.
there, she'd probably go
We don't want
after-
Peter to get away. We got this.
Yeah.
Right. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Isn't that a cliff? Oh, I guess she's going to try shooting up. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then she not have a bow?
You have a dagger?
Dagger, rapier,
Yeah,
sword,
she has daggers.
scythe.
I'm surprised she doesn't have a bow. All right, so she's gonna try to throw the dagger. 20, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, that would be a little difficult. Maybe she'd hold her action this time. In case he gets close to her.
I don't think that's likely, but yeah.
Because she
If
can't
he does
really
it, she
reach
just
him.
gets to go at the end of the round anyway.
She could try to throw her dagger, but it would be at disadvantage.
She could also hold her action
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
until one of us does something that may let her move closer.
Could she ready herself for attack, if that makes sense?
Which, let me check something actually, because Son may want to be closer to me than that.
I'm thinking we have her hold her action in case she gets attacked. If she gets attacked, she'll attack back.
Okay.
All right.
And then I guess
so I can affect
fetch.
3 people, so I'll likely do the 3 that are closest to me. All right.
She could also use her bonus action to dash.
Yeah, she could do full action dash.
Well, she has cunning action. So she could take a bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide.
Okay.
So
So she wouldn't
probably
need to
be
do
dead.
her movement and her action to dash. She can just do her movement and her bonus action to dash.
Right. So
Nice.
go dash to get closer. 15, 20. I think that's about as close as she can get at the moment. And that is close enough to
Daggers.
dagger throw. So roll her attack.
Do you want me to roll the? I have her open.
Sure.
Yeah, Nene can roll her in D&D
Go for it.
Beyond.
And normal roll?
Yeah. So a normal to hit. 14 hits.
And damage.
She does not get the sneak attack.
She gets
So
6 damage.
6 damage.
Okay.
All right. And then she's going to
Morrow
have
fetch.
Morrow fetch. So he can get all the way next to him.
Mhm.
Yeah, his
That's
movement's
50 feet.
Yeah.
All right. But that would be, he wouldn't be able to attack, right?
That would...
Because he's dashing.
No,
What is Morrow's
that
speed?
is 50 feet.
Oh,
Morrow's speed is 50
his
feet.
speed?
So
50
yeah.
feet.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
means Morrow can then attack, correct?
Yes, it does.
Direwolves are fast.
Yes, which
Yes, they are.
I'm guessing because the only thing I see here is bite.
Yep.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Pretty much it.
And 21.
21 does 9 piercing damage.
And there's a strength save to not be grappled, it looks like.
Because Morrow's bite
No.
is deadly.
DC 13. All right, I'll roll that. He gets a nat 20.
Okay, so he's not grappled. He
But he's
does break
still-
free of Morrow
Is it
after being
grappled or knocked
damaged.
prone? I thought it was knocked prone.
It's one of them. Hold on, let me see. Direwolf bite attack.
Yeah, usually an animal attacking like that would be
Yeah, it
knocking
should
them down.
say knocked prone. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's not prone.
Okay. So that would be Sun and Morrow's turn, and now it's Saffron.
Okay, bonus action. I will go ahead and trigger immediately, which will be my Mantle of Inspiration. I'm going to spend one of my uses of Bardic Inspiration to grant 5 temporary hit points to up to 3 creatures that I can see and that can see me within 60 feet. Each of those 3 will immediately be able to use their reactions to move up to their speed without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Oh.
So it'll use up your reaction if you haven't gone yet, but you can move right now. And if the Berserker is going to attack you, he can't.
I forgot the Berserker's turn.
Yep.
That was supposed to be after Peter.
Well, do we want to go ahead and do that now? And then I continue my turn?
Yeah.
All right.
He's going to try to attack Curio because Curio was the closest. And he misses.
Okay. Cool. Housekeeping done. So yeah, I'm going to Mantle of Inspiration.
I think he'd also move here, probably. Sort of block the way.
Curio and Aurora were next to him, so they would get attacks of opportunity on him
then.
if he moves out of melee with either.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Yeah, probably stay right there then. I'm not sure if he was here or here, but I think he'd go at least there.
He was in between the two, but if he moves to that space, he's not out of melee.
Right.
So he's fine. So I will grant that to Aurora, Curio, and Lilia. Because you're all within range.
5 extra
Is
HP.
Callan in range?
Yeah, y'all have Is I can only do
You can only
3.
do 3 people.
No, my thing was I'm going to try and be moving back. So if Callan, yeah, whatever.
Helen won't need to get closer. Actually, I think Son is within 60 feet of me.
Yeah, I would cast it on San, not me.
So I can give it to Son. So
Somebody who's
Curio,
actually
Aurora,
in.
and Son each gain 5 temporary hit points.
Alright.
And they have the
Marcos?
option to immediately expend their reaction to move their full speed.
Okay. So where do you think San would? Do you think
Well,
San would
she's-
Son's
climb up?
probably still in pursuit, yeah.
But
She'd
it looks
probably
like a
try to-
cliff.
Yeah, so she'd have to.
Well, that's why I was confused that Son was going that way, but
Yeah, is it a climbable cliff?
Yeah, it's not a big cliff.
Because to
Like,
me
it's
it looks like
probably-
there's something under and not climbable, but okay.
It's probably like a 10-foot cliff, like easily climbable.
yeah, she has her full speed, so if she can climb that,
So she should be able to climb it, no problem.
okay.
And since her dagger is thrown. Oh, she can't attack again though, right? So
Right.
Right, she's used her attack. She's also now used her reaction, so if he runs past her, she will not be able to opportunity attack him. The drawback, but it'll be
But
easier for her
Morrow-
to cover distance.
would Morrow be able to opportunity attack if
Yes.
he tries to run?
Morrow still has the reaction. They can still opportunity attack.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Son also gets the benefit of flanking now, as does Morrow.
Yep.
So, and then Nihon, would you
Mhm.
like to move Aurora out of melee without invoking opportunity attack, or would you like to retain your reaction for something else?
I'm gonna retain my reaction. Yeah, retain my reaction for something else.
Okay, so you're not going to move. Give yourself 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
How do you do that?
If you go to your HP,
There's
you see where it says
temp.
temp. Click
Does it-
click that and put 5 in that box.
It doesn't let me.
Yeah.
Because I guess I'm not in charge of
Oh, San. Okay, I can do San.
Curio too.
Yeah, I can't do it, so.
You should be able to.
Yeah, you should be able to do it too.
Yeah,
San.
I don't know why I can't.
I can
Um,
click myself, but I can't click Curio and San.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Apparently I'm only reading my. I'm not actually reading my stuff.
have you hit features and traits since you leveled your character up? That might be part of it.
No.
Maybe hit features and traits just to make sure that it's refreshed it and then you can edit.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, I gotta sign in apparently again. Hold on.
Ah.
All right.
That
so
would do
got
it.
on San. And then Curio needs it.
There we go. But no, I haven't hit that.
And then if Curio would like to move at all,
I don't think he would. I think he
I
would
don't
be
think he
right on
would,
the.
yeah.
he's
Berserker
already
life.
gone, so
I think he'd be right on that
that's up to
Berserker.
him. Okay, I wasn't sure if he wanted to skirt around the Berserker.
And Curio's
To
turn
kind
is
of-
next.
Okay,
And Fury of Blows, I think, is going to be what he would do.
I mean either way, they all have more HP now.
Okay. All right. So.
So that's bonus
you doing
action.
Anything else? Yep.
Yeah, that's just bonus action. I still have my
Correct.
movement and my action. So this will probably not work, but I'm going to try it anyway. Have a sleep spell. I need to try to use it.
There we go.
Okay, so I have, it's a range of 90 feet, and I create an area within 20 feet of a point I choose. So I'm going to choose a spot within 90 feet that will hopefully not hit San or Morrow, which is going to be off the map. So let's see. So if I'm up there, that would be 5, 10, 15, 20. So about 3 above where he is. Which would be... That would be within 90 feet, so that's valid.
Okay, so
So it'd be
You're
a
putting
range
it-
of about 70 or 80 feet for me to put that centered somewhere.
okay. If you're putting it above, I think it
I'm
would
putting it
hit
off the
Moro.
map, yeah.
Yeah. You could probably do it so that it doesn't hit San, but not so that it doesn't hit Moro, since he's like on the same level. Unless you put it like to the right a bit.
Yeah, I
well.
was thinking
Thinking diagonally.
Like, that spot diagonally of
He's like
him,
at
and
the
then 2
corner
up.
of it.
Yeah, just basically hitting him with the corner.
Okay.
Yep, pretty much. I'm trying to get only him in there so that he gets the full roll, so I have a better
Okay.
chance of hitting the HP total.
Okay.
I thought you were going to try and put the Berserker to sleep.
Why did you not? Okay. I have to roll it this way. 30.
30?
Is his HP higher than
Is only
30?
him?
Yep.
It does not affect him.
His HP is higher than 30. Okay.
Minus minus the 9 damage
His
he
current HP is higher than 30.
Correct.
Or he's
His
immune to being charmed. Is the other possibility. Okay. So that spell slot's used up. That's my action.
Wait, the sleep counts as charm?
It says that
it's really
creatures, undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell.
Oh, okay.
It's in there.
That is good to know.
It's in the description that I posted.
Okay.
Because technically it's a charm type of spell. It's the same school of spell.
Yeah, I know there's immunity to sleep condition, but if that's specifically a charmed sleep.
This is specifically a charm sleep. Yeah. It's not a sleep.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
I'm basically casting charm and telling it go to sleep.
Gotcha.
But, can I ask a question? If we can get it verified if he's resisting it because of his HP or because of a charm?
You don't know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
That is not something I will tell.
I would not know. All I would know is that should have worked and it didn't. So that's a thing that happened. So let me expend that spell slot.
That kind of information is not something I will ever tell you.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't necessarily have a way of knowing.
Exactly.
How about after the interaction is done? Can I find out?
Sure.
Okay.
I can tell you after the interaction.
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay, so that doesn't work, which means the charm likely also won't work, so good to know. I still have my movement left. I am not in melee with the Berserker.
So you can back up.
So I can back up. I will actually move between them. So I'm going to move... I think I have 30 feet. So I'm going to move here so that I'm kind of equidistant. Which is about here. And that's my turn.
Okay.
But now it's the Curio thing, and how the hell does he do that Fury of Blows thing?
Alright, so... Curio would definitely focus on the Berserker.
Yes.
So he's going to use his claws, and I don't know that he'd do like the 3 strike, but he definitely do probably 2 here. Which is that just normal that he gets 2, I think?
You don't think he would do the Flurry of Blows?
Well, he might. I guess that is just a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would do it after his attack with a key point.
Oh, but it spends a key point. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd probably do that. How many key points does he have?
I don't know where to even check for that.
Hold on. I'm loading it.
He has 3 key points.
Yeah. Under his features and traits.
Yeah, I see that. I think
Alright,
he
so
probably would do flurry
Okay.
of blows.
Right,
Right,
but he would
so-
probably use his normal attack first.
Yeah, he definitely uses normal
So
attack
I guess
first.
that it would be claws.
So
You want
he
me to roll
rolls.
for claws? Like, I have it open.
If you want to, sure. The less I have to do, the better. Nat 1.
Would he use his claws rather than his quarterstaff? His quarterstaff does more damage.
He's been using his claws mainly.
Okay. Because he does have a quarterstaff now. He didn't. He does now.
Where did he get the quarterstaff?
Because the claws attack is also a bonus attack. That's why I was
Yeah.
confused. I didn't know if he would start with his claws for his full attack action.
Did I
think
actually
he's
roll the
been
right
just-
thing?
Yep. 1d4 minus. Wait.
I don't think I rolled the right thing.
1d4 minus 1. What?
Because under the claws description thing is what I rolled, but I'm seeing
yeah,
it up
that's
above. Is that
No,
the
that's
right?
not the one you wanted to roll. No.
So the one that I rolled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
with a
rolled the
20
wrong thing.
Yeah.
So with a 20, he
You rolled the slashing damage modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
He slashes into this berserker, and it doesn't seem to phase him.
Is this an illusion?
I really think it is.
Do you want him to do the flurry of blows?
Unless could
See,
it
what does
just
he
not
have
be
for bonus
affected by
actions
melee?
here? Like it might need to be a magical attack or something. Honestly, if nobody's opposed, I would say maybe have him use patient defense so that he can take a dodge action.
What is patient defense? I'm confused.
You can spend 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on your turn. So he would dodge an attack. The next
Yes.
attack done to him. Okay.
Yes.
Sure. So he tries to attack once. It doesn't really do anything to the berserker.
Probably
And
tilts his
so
head, looks at it confused, and then
just kind of braces himself, or he kind of gets ready to jump out of the way if necessary. And then that will end his turn. So Lilia.
Okay, so for the first thing, now this debate, because I don't know who to put it on. I want to Shield of Faith somebody to grant bonus AC for the duration, but who to stick it on? Because if this thing is a illusion, I'm trying to talk myself through things. Son is within range, but would it be better put on Nihon or Firedale? Can I get opinion?
I don't know.
Lily?
I mean, depending on what type of illusion it was, we would have physically seen that it was an illusion as soon as someone tried to physically interact with it. Depending on the spell. So we might have already noticed if it was an illusion, but that's up to Meteor. I don't know what spell he used, if anything, to craft it, if it is an illusion.
Meteor, would we have noticed?
Say that again?
She said if...
Certain
Go ahead.
illusion spells, if it is in fact an illusion, you can typically tell if you try to...
distortion?
Yeah, like you would see an item go through it. Things pass through the illusions for minor illusion, silent image, and major image. But if it's something other than that, we might not know.
Curio probably would after having physically touched it and tried to attack it, his claw did go through it.
So you don't think any of us would have noticed it?
I mean, if
that's
we were
standing.
observing, we would have seen him go through it.
And he
In
probably
theory.
would say something about that too.
Right.
So we'll say he defended just in case, but he also said, "I couldn't touch it," type of thing.
Well,
Okay.
in
My
that
hand went
case,
through him.
I think in that case,
Son.
Curio probably wouldn't have patient defense. He probably would have Misty stepped, if anything, to pursue the other enemy, or he would have just not used his key point.
Let's say I'm going back over to Curio real quick.
Because I'd like to clear this up before I actually take my turn.
Yeah. I feel like any time that thing was attacked and it didn't physically go through, like the Eldritch Cannon, it could have just missed.
Instead of using the key point to do patient events, I think he would have done another attack to double check.
And then yelled something out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll roll for claw attack, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I...
Unless you guys disagree. If you guys disagree with that, then...
Did that roll
I
right?
am not Firedale, so I don't know.
But Firedale has a very unique way of fighting, so...
Yeah, I think he would try it again.
I can't assume that Firedale would have done anything.
Right.
It would make sense that he would try test it again and then be like, there's something weird here, I can't touch it.
So with a 23, Firedale takes his claws, he kind of steps up to him and just like shoves his claws in his gut. And
goes right through.
Kind of wiggles it around a little bit. And sure enough, it's just like freely moving through this berserker. The berserker kind of goes, "Rah!" But it obviously is having no effect on him.
So Curio's now calling out, "It's not real. It's not here.
I can't touch this thing.
I'm going through it."
He might actually be confused by this.
Maybe.
His character. Because he's probably never seen an illusion like this before.
So it is an illusion. Ha!
Well, I mean,
I think it's pretty safe to say it's an illusion.
Yeah.
So I will then, with that being answered, I will cast
Son,
my Shield of Faith on Son.
I was kind of waiting for you guys to like, because with illusions, if you like look closely at it, you can tell. So that's kind of what I had been waiting for. But
well, that's why I didn't do a
feet,
perception, is
60
because I
feet.
knew about the physical limitation, but you may not have.
Because my Shield of
I
Faith.
didn't think of it.
You didn't know that it was automatic. You didn't know that we didn't have to particularly do a check.
Right.
Anyways,
Alright,
my
so
Shield of Faith is 60 feet, so I can reach Son.
So it grants +2 bonus to AC for Son. All right.
So in case she gets hit. And then my distance is 30. I think I would take off running this way. I think that was 30.
Okay.
And then for Luna, checking her distance, 50. So for Luna, I think I would get her to go here. And that's just her speed distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess attack.
Okay.
And I will go bite because it has a higher dice count, which doesn't do good. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, 5. Yep, no, that does not hit.
That
That's
was obvious.
Nat 1. So she tries to attack and kind of slips on something and bumps into Moro. instead of attacking Peter.
Yeah, she misses.
All right. So is that your full turn?
Yep.
All right.
I
So
should have done
Aurora,
things.
you're up.
All right. I'm gonna move.
You're gonna like walk straight through the berserker.
Right. Now that I realize that it's not real, I'm just gonna ignore
We're
it.
just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
Yep. Like your trick did not work.
Mm-hmm.
Good, nice try.
Yeah, that's also why when Callan shot the ballista at it, it was like, you're not quite sure. It looked like
Yeah,
it
like
should have
like
hit him.
it could have missed. We don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna move
If it
there.
did hit him, it didn't do anything.
I'm
Right,
gonna
it
move, I'm
wasn't-
gonna move my 30 feet, and that'll be it for this turn.
You don't want to use your full action to dash since you're not using an action.
Oh, I can dash.
If you
can
use your
to dash.
action, you can dash.
Well,
So you
that's a
wouldn't be
good
able
point.
to attack, but you'd be able to get up there.
I will move on up there then.
I forgot to mark off my spell slot. I'm good now. I did it.
Yeah, you basically can use your movement and your action to move for double speed.
Okie doke, then I will do that, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. So that brings it up to
A giant
this
badger.
guy, who is going to
This
pop
guy.
out from here. He was in this bush down here, and he climbed up the side.
Badgers can climb 10-foot walls today, I've learned.
The badger,
Okay.
badger, 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 badger.
I'm used to badgers burrowing. I'm not used to them climbing,
Okay,
but I guess it makes
fine.
sense.
He burrows through the wall. Fine.
Speed 20 feet, burrow 5 feet. Nice.
Speed is 30, burrows 10.
He has a burrow speed. I like it.
Yep, he actually does. So like a little rustling happens in the bush down below, and then out of the ground next to San just pops up a big old badger out of
Sorry
the
for
ground.
the alarm.
And he's going to roll to attack San with a 14. Does that hit?
What's San's AC with the Shield of Faith?
She's 14 without, so no.
14 without? Okay, so
she has 16 right
yeah.
now.
the 16.
So no,
that
it does not
misses.
hit.
And then he actually gets a second attack, which is 15, which is also going to miss. Just barely. So
Nice call on the Shield of Faith.
Yeah, that extra AC helped her. She would have gotten hit twice there.
Question though, didn't we have her ready? Oh no, we had her move further, didn't we?
I think.
Oh, how would that work?
Yeah, we had her ready, didn't we?
So she probably would get an attack here, wouldn't she? On the badger.
Well, and the 14 wouldn't have hit anyway without the spell, because Ty goes to defender.
Because didn't we have her ready and then she got her reaction?
Yeah, she definitely held her action for if she got attacked.
Yep, so she could spend it now. Now that she's been attacked, now she would get to use it.
Yep. So yeah, she would do an attack on the badger.
I'm guessing it would be her daggers.
It would be whatever her melee is.
So
whatever she has for
her
melee
rapier?
attack.
Her rapier seems to have the highest.
Probably her
count?
rapier if it's in range, yeah.
I'd say she'd
5
do
feet?
rapier. Yep.
Yep.
With a 7, that does not hit.
Nope.
All right. So
You keep rolling 1s and 2s, Nene.
Yeah.
You need to purge your
that-
digital dice somehow. I don't know how.
We go back up to Peter. And he... let's see. He is going to cast Animal Friendship.
I'm gonna try to take the Badger or Luna Arbora.
He's gonna use it on Moro. I'm rolling. So
If the beast intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails.
Right, which I don't think either of them are.
What is Moro's intelligence?
Does it say?
That's the INT, correct?
Yep.
3.
Okay.
So it's a Wisdom 13 save, and Moro rolls a 13.
So Moro saves.
Moro saves.
Well, that didn't work for him.
All right, so he was trying to get rid of one of you guys from attacking.
Didn't work.
He's kind of backed into a corner here too.
So that line doesn't go around for him to escape?
He'd have to jump down, but he would get opportunity attacked
from a bunch of people. It'd be very bad for him.
Everyone except for San.
No, I meant like that ledge doesn't continue on where he can keep running.
Nope.
Nope, that's a wall.
You'd have to jump down.
Okay.
The Badger is in the last open space on that area.
Right. All right. So he used his action. He's going to. All right. Question.
Okay.
He has 2-weapon fighting as a bonus action. Can he use that after using a spell? That I'm not sure about.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. But
let me. I can pull up the 2-weapon fighting rules, but I believe he has to do a melee attack, and then he gets to do another melee attack.
Oh yeah, it says when you attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
That answers that.
So nope, he cannot.
Huh.
Does he have another bonus action he would like to use?
The only bonus action it says is 2-weapon fighting.
He may not have another one. Not everybody does.
And I'm taking pulling a card is not considered a bonus action?
That's a full action.
That will be a full action.
Okay. Thank God. We do not need another thing to contend with.
Anything else he can do.
Sometimes there's not, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just have to take the fact that he didn't succeed.
Cantrips are.
He picked a bad fight.
Okay, yeah, he can't do anything else this time. So that would. He'd want to get out of there, but the opportunity attacks.
Yeah, unless he has a spell that lets him get out, he's going to be having trouble.
That's what I was looking for. Okay. So that's going to end his turn then, because he'd have to get hit 3 times, potentially.
4. No, 3.
3, because San doesn't get one.
She wouldn't get an opportunity attack for him trying to leave?
She used her reaction to move.
Okay.
because of
So 3.
Right, she gets her
Saffron's spell.
reaction back on her next turn.
So 3.
Right, she gets her
Saffron's spell.
reaction back on her next turn.
Yep.
Not
Okay.
yet.
So after Kellen. Got it.
Yep, she used it to cover the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so that makes it the Berserker's turn, and he swings down at Curio, and it goes straight through him. Nothing happens, as you know, since he's an illusion. And that brings it to Callan's turn.
Ballista. That guy. Please, Kellen.
So Callan is going to use his action to what spells does he have? Uh, 30 feet. 15 feet. Callan's actually gonna just like kind of stay back here. He's not gonna get up in with all of you guys.
I mean, he can probably do better from ranged anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And then he's gonna use his crossbow. Gets a nat 20.
Nice.
Oof. That's gonna hurt Peter.
Good.
So
Can we just knock him unconscious?
that's a minimum of 8 damage. Because he's rolling
We
a
don't do
D8.
lethal damage unless we choose to do lethal damage, so.
So, oh, wow.
Peter's not dead if he hits 0.
So
Well, I mean, I can
Callan
save him.
rolls a 1
Yeah.
on his damage.
Oh.
+2, so 3, +8. So that's 11 total damage.
Oh,
With the
okay.
crit.
I was about to say. No.
I mean, it's still a crit, right?
So yeah, a crit automatically gives you an extra dice at max. So if you're rolling a d8, it adds 8 to your total that you roll. So he rolled a 1 + 2 for 3, and then add the 8 for 11. So he does 11 damage. And then his Force Ballista gets an attack. So we're going to roll that. A 13 misses. As you said, matching misses.
Yep, tie goes to defender. So tie goes to the AC.
And I don't think his ballista has ever hit anyone.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
In all of the battles that he's used it in so far, it keeps missing.
Those rocks, though.
Yeah, his
He's
rocks.
real good at the rocks.
Yes.
All right, so that will end his turn, and we're at San.
My guess is she would probably do another rapier attack.
On the Badger?
Oh,
Or on Peter?
she's kind of in between both.
Yep. And the Badger just attacked her.
I think the badger's going to be easier for one of us to deal with than her. She can focus on Peter.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think that since the Badger literally just attacked her that she wouldn't focus on him?
I mean, that's valid.
Because we can always have Morrow attack Peter. So
there are
I
3 other
guess
people on Peter.
Yeah, because she's engaged with the badger, so yeah.
rapier on Badger.
A 17 to hit. definitely hits.
7 piercing.
Does 7 piercing. She does not get sneak attack because there's no one within 5 feet.
You would have gotten sneak attack on Peter.
No, because they have to be within 5 feet of her.
Ah, okay. She's too far away.
Yep. She'd have to be one more
And-
square over to get sneak attack.
She'd have to be in the bushes.
Yep.
I guess
Yeah.
that would be unless. Does
It's
she
funny because
have-
Luna currently is in the bushes.
Yep.
She's like attacking from inside the bushes.
Are you
Yeah,
telling-
like she's
and I duck.
she's ready to pounce from the bush.
Oh, yeah, Luna. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
She's just eyes in the darkness of the bush.
So
'Cause
Sam did 7 damage to
Her only thing is 2-weapon fighting as a bonus action.
Oh, then she could
Okay.
attack again.
Yeah, if the rapier is a light melee, she could use another light melee. Let me see. What's the restriction on 2-weapon fighting here?
Yeah,
It
just
just says melee.
yeah.
You can use a bonus action to
2
attack with
pound.
a different light melee weapon,
So like a dagger or something.
and you don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack.
A different melee weapon?
Yep.
Right.
So if
Well,
she has
she
the dagger,
has-
she would use the dagger. For
Dagger
instance.
is less roll, I believe, where she does have a short sword as well, because that could be
Does
two-handed.
it have to be a light weapon? Which I don't think a short sword is.
Yes, it has to be a light melee weapon both
Okay,
times.
so dagger.
So roll to
It's
hit.
just a little bit of bonus damage. That's all it is.
I don't
So-
think that
10
hits.
misses.
Okay.
Okay. And then I guess it would be for Morrow now.
Yep, Moral.
Literally the only thing we can do is bite.
Yeah, that's
Bite
pretty
Peter, that
standard
is.
for
Which I don't think that hits by
animals.
that.
That misses.
Yeah.
Which is too bad because you got a 12 on the damage.
Would have been nice.
Would have been great.
And I think that's it, right?
Yep.
Hold on. Direwolves have pack tactics, right?
Yes.
That means that attack roll should have been done in advantage from Morrow. Because
Okay.
if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature, the wolf has an advantage on the attack roll.
All right, then roll again.
So Luna would give an advantage.
6 would be the second roll, so it still doesn't hit.
Okay.
From now
It was worth a
on,
try. We tried.
I'll roll with advantage from now on if
Yeah.
we're still in range.
Yeah, as long as someone's next to Morrow, Morrow will always have advantage.
Okay. And I think it's the same. Does Luna have that as well?
Luna is what animal type?
Panther.
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 She's
don't
got
know if she
pounce.
does.
I'm looking at
Rages.
the abilities on the Panther here. Pounce. No, she doesn't have pack tactics. That's a wolf thing.
Okay. All right. So then it's Saffron's turn.
Okay.
Y'all are like surrounding Peter right now.
30 feet. That is perfectly within spell range of all of my things. So that's cool. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Which does what?
He has a
gonna
wisdom
have to-
saving throw. He has to
Yeah.
roll a 13
If he
or
fails, then
higher.
he has to run away.
Well, he takes 3d6 psychic damage and then he tries to run as far as he can, if he can.
All right. So what's the save?
It has to move away from me,
Right.
which I'm not next to him.
So what's the save?
Wisdom, and it's a 13.
I Check his wisdom modifier. Okay. He
Sorry for the
rolls a
coughing.
19.
Alright, he saves, so I still cast it. He takes half damage, and he doesn't have to move away.
All right, so roll 3d6, and then we'll have it. Do we round up or down? That was 3d6? Holy crap.
I think so. I'll roll
Yeah,
again just to check, but
That
it
is a
should be right.
3d6.
If you hover over it, it says 3d6, 4, 1, and 2.
I have very weird algebra when I roll over, so.
So yeah, that was 3d6 with 7 damage.
Yeah, I just rolled poorly.
3, I think.
I just rolled a 4, a 1, and a 2.
Yep.
I think we
So,
need to do
3
a
damage.
cleanse on all of us to get our rolls better.
Like, I needed to do a cleanse last week, but I don't know how you cleanse digital dice.
Right. You can't switch out dice and be
Like,
like, you're going
This is
in
why
jail.
I'd rather
you're
roll
going
my
in dice
real
jail.
dice that I have. Either way, so he would take. Do you want to roll up or roll down? I think it's typically roll up, but it's up to you.
If it's roll up, then I can do 4.
So it'd be 4.
I already did 3.
So
I'll do
4
1 more.
damage. Let's see. Yeah, on a successful save, target takes half as much damage, doesn't have to move away. Yep. And
Okay.
that's all of that action. So that has expended a spell slot here.
Mm-hmm.
I should have casted at 2nd level to do more damage. I didn't think about it. I casted at 1st level. That's my bad. I keep forgetting that I can cast things at 2nd level now.
True.
And then I have movement and I have a bonus. So is anybody actually hurt at this point besides
I
Peter?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Not really, because Berserker was an illusion.
Yep. I'm gonna stay my distance right here. I'm not gonna move any closer.
And San would have been if she didn't have that shield.
Yep.
How
I
long
don't
does the
need to
shield
heal
last
anyone.
10 minutes.
10
So
minutes?
I
Oh, wow.
will Bardic Inspiration,
Okay.
and I'm gonna call over to Curio and be like, "You got this. Get him." Like, I'll come up with better things to say eventually. Just not right now.
All right. So Curio is now inspired.
Yep.
Now,
Alright. Which makes it Curio's turn.
how does he do that quick running thing in...
Like, what do you mean?
Misty Step is how he gets to double his speed the next turn. Or on his turn. Depending on when he does his bonus action.
Is that
Spending
an
a key point
action?
for Misty Step is what doubles his speed.
Step
It's a
of the
bonus
wind, not
action.
Misty Step.
Or Step of the Wind, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have.
I'm thinking
spells.
Misty Step because that's something that
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking at getting later.
Mm-hmm. Misty Step is very useful.
Because he could get here normally. That's how far his range is.
Yeah, so basically, if he spends a key point, then he
could
can
get
use
farther.
His bonus
He can get to
action
him, yeah.
to dash,
So that would
But
spend his
then
bonus action.
which
But
I think he'd do.
does that have his action still? To like
He still has his
attack?
action. Yeah, that's just his bonus action and his movement.
So how do we do
There's
that?
not a lot of room around him at the moment, though, for him to actually be.
Why
You
I'm not
probably have to get
pursuing.
behind him.
Yeah, because then he'd run into other people, right?
Well, actually,
You can run through your allies, you just can't
yeah,
land
you
in
can
the
run
same
through
spot.
your allies. So he could either go behind him and stay there, or he would have to go into his ally square, attack, and then back up, which would get an opportunity attack.
And passing Peter, would that give him an opportunity
No,
attack?
it's when you leave melee,
Nope.
not when you enter it.
Correct.
Okay, so how does he do that that.
So you would spend a key point as your bonus action and do Step of the Wind.
Did you mark
So
off the
mark
key
off a
point
key
the
point.
last time, Meteor?
He didn't use one last time.
Nope, we mulliganed him using it because
Yep.
he figured out it was fake.
Okay.
Right.
So spend a key point. Oh, I can't do that.
Features and traits.
Oh, here, I marked it.
Yeah, I can't click them. And then, what did we say this thing was called?
Step of the Wind.
Step of the Wind.
You spend 1 key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action on your turn, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn.
Okay, I think he would move to probably be behind.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 56. Yep.
Do you not see
Yep,
my...
Yeah, I was just making sure that with going around everything, it was the same.
Okay. So I think he would go to here.
Okay.
I can't move him.
Unless, were you thinking of Feline Agility? That's a different thing, too.
Yeah, but that ends up losing his attack, right? His chance to attack.
When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of the turn. Once you use it, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns.
That one's already marked off for some reason.
Yeah, he didn't get it back for whatever reason.
Alright, so...
But I mean, the second he stops and doesn't move on a turn, it comes back.
Right.
So should we do Should we do
so
that?
Did he move last turn? He didn't, right?
Nope.
So it would be back.
Okay.
So he
do
can
that
actually use
instead
that
of the key
rather than
point.
spend a key point.
I don't think he's used Feline Agility yet in this battle.
No, we haven't.
He has not.
So I'm not sure why it was marked as used.
He may have just not long rested specifically to get it back.
Right. Right.
Possibly. Okay, so we'll do the Feline Agility then, since that's marked off.
Alright, so no key point.
Yeah, and save the key point for Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And then can we then do Flurry of Blows right then?
Yeah, you could.
Spend the key point
Yeah.
at
Yep.
So
you
know what I'm
roll to
talking about.
Feline Agility, move, roll your attack, and then roll Fury of Blows.
Right.
Okay, sorry, what?
So you do. So roll your base attack first. So roll your normal attack, and then we
claws?
roll for Flurry of Blows. Yeah.
Claws, quarterstaff. I think he usually does claws.
Again, he hasn't had the quarterstaff very long.
It's not advantage, correct?
Because I've never given him a quarterstaff.
I gave him one.
Oh, you
When I got
gave
the
him
Staff
one.
of the Woodlands, I handed mine over to him.
Gotcha.
It's normal, correct? Not advantage.
Correct, just normal.
Okay. Claws rolled. Doesn't do well.
6 doesn't hit. Now roll again for the second one, or for the flurry.
The bonus?
They're the same thing, so you could roll either.
Well, it says bonus attack for Flurry of Blows. Is that?
Yeah. Yep. 18 does hit for 4 damage.
Is he still inspired? He should be, yeah. I just inspired him.
Yes.
Would you like to use it to increase the damage?
Inspiration can't increase damage, can it?
Magical inspiration can, that I have. If a creature has a bardic inspiration die from you and casts a spell that restores hit points or deals damage. Okay, it's a spell, never mind.
Yeah.
It has to be a spell cast.
I believe it can increase the 2 hit, but not the damage.
Yes, you can roll the 2 hit, and you can roll like saving throw and ability checks.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot the spell portion. That's my bad.
Yep. No problem.
Okay, so is that it for his turn?
Yep. That would be it. Next is Lilia.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, because I believe I am in range. Yep.
6.
And yes, he is missing hit points.
Necromancy?
Toll the Dead. So if he is missing hit
Okay.
points, it's a 1d. I may as well just do this. The way I have BTT set up, or not BTT, Beyond set up, I'm confused.
All right, so he needs to roll a Wisdom 12 saving throw. He rolls a 12, so he saves.
Yep.
So what happens when he saves?
Give me a second. I'm trying to.
Toll the Dead. I just clicked on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go.
If the target is the spell's doing blah blah blah. Must
Yeah,
succeed.
if they
or-
succeed, they don't take any damage, looks
Okay.
like.
Yep. So
Dang it.
basically, it misses.
Yeah.
Okay. Now checking.
So
I'm
you cast that, and
definitely
it just
not
like
in.
whizzes by his face.
I'm definitely not in range to do two-handed fight or two-weapon fighting,
Correct.
and I don't think I have anything.
You would have had to have done a melee attack to use that anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nobody needs healing because that is a bonus
Nope.
action for me.
Yeah. You guys have
Um,
taken like no damage so far. That seems
Again.
to be a common occurrence with you guys. I need to make these fights harder.
That's okay, because one of these days we're gonna have too low of an AC and you're gonna roll well and we're gonna get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess I just can't do anything because I don't plan on moving. So I guess I'll just move on to Luna. And which I don't think hits.
11.
11. That on Peter misses.
Who's up
pretty
next?
much it.
To Aurora.
Me.
Sound so pleased.
Okay.
Actually, hold on a sec. Before he does that,
Okay.
one of my. Oh no, that's a concentration, isn't it?
What?
My shield of faith. Yes, concentration.
Hold on.
So I can't.
Okay.
I can't cast it on two people
Correct.
because
Nope.
it is a bonus action for me if I wanted to do it. But I'm already casting it on San, so I
Yeah,
can't.
you
Okay.
want to hold it on Son.
Okay, I was checking to see.
Yep.
All right.
We're good.
So Aurora,
Okay.
what would you like to do?
I would like to do some non-lethal damage to our friend
Okay.
with, let me see what I got here. Let me remember what I got in my inventory.
Well, we gave you one of the magical items at some point.
Right.
So you may have either the bead necklace or the ring of
prayer,
spell story.
I got the prayer beads, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got those.
I don't know if that will help any.
Depends on what spells are on it, which they should be listed somewhere.
Give me a second. I know I have that. I just don't have the page open.
Shield.
It has
Cure Wounds,
Bless,
and Healing
Kurt,
Word, and Curio
right.
has the Ring of Spell Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he has the prayer. And
Yeah, we're looking at the prayer beads.
Oh, gotcha.
Bless, Cure Wounds, or Lesser Restoration. 2 Branding Smites as well.
Yep.
There you go.
Wait, we had Lesser Restoration?
Through
No,
that.
it's 2 Bless, 2 Cure Wounds, 2 Branding Spite.
Yeah, we don't have lesser restoration.
It says Cure Wounds or Lesser Restoration for
Yeah, but
the
it's
prayer
specifically
beads.
Cure Wounds. It's specifically Cure Wounds that you have.
DM has declared.
I'm just trying to figure out what I want to smack him with here.
I mean, you have a bonus action to light your sword on fire, right?
He
I
does.
think so. I'm not trying to kill a man, though.
Well, I mean, the way it works though is it just adds bonus damage.
Right.
Nene has a thing, spare the dying, that she can do to keep him from actually dying. She can stabilize him when he's at
Yes,
zero.
and that is
Okay.
a cantrip.
If you
All
don't
right.
want to kill him, you can specify that when you do.
Yeah.
the final.
Okay. I do not want to kill him, but I would like to do some boopity boops on him with my great sword.
Okay.
Yes, I could spare the dying.
Well,
Give Nene a
7
reason to
misses.
use the cantrip.
7 misses.
7 misses.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
figured. Okay. Well, that'll be that.
Do you have a bonus action you would like to do?
Nah,
Don't want to light your sword on fire?
not yet.
Okay. Who's next?
Badger. Apparently Badger B.
I don't think we've seen Badger B. I'm assuming he's making an appearance.
It is my assumption.
We have a suddenly silent meteor.
Sorry, what? I was looking at something else. My bad.
I think it's apparently Badger B's
Oh.
turn in turn order.
Sorry, I missed that.
AKA your turn?
I was completely focused on something else for a second. I was looking at Peter's stuff that he can do.
Okay. Well, it's not his turn yet. It's the Badger's
Right.
turn first.
Right, it's Badger's turn. All right, so the Badger is next to Song, so he's gonna try to attack again. He's gonna roll to hit. That misses. Oop, roll for his second one. That also misses. He rolled a 7 and a 3.
Okay.
So
Well then.
Badger B ain't doing jack all, or Badger A isn't doing jack all.
I guess he already got his nails trimmed.
All right, so that puts it at Peter. And the first thing Peter is going to do is he's going to run. He's going to
Try to run.
to-
Invoke attacks of opportunity.
Yep, he will.
Before you get to move all the way.
Yep. So
Because they can stop you moving.
Okay, so who
Right.
does attack of opportunity first?
so everyone, just everyone who's there gets
Go
an
initiative
attack.
order for the people that are next to him.
So we'll go San first.
Which... Okay, so San first. Which... Probably her rapier, because since she's... Is she within 5 feet?
She was, yeah. 8 misses.
Did I actually click it?
Yeah, you did.
I clicked it twice?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you hit it twice. You did it twice.
By accident. Okay.
Yep.
And
right, so
since
now
Morrow's there,
Cheerio.
Morrow's there.
Yeah, Mara will get one as well. Yep.
I was about to say. So
I was just kind of going around the circle.
shit. I need to do with advantage for Morrow. Right?
Doesn't matter. 22
Because
is gonna.
pack tactics.
It's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 is gonna hit. He saves on his DC.
But he's not prone, because that would have stopped him from continuing to move.
Yep.
So 10 damage.
10
Yep.
damage.
Okay, so who next?
Then
Curio.
Curio.
I guess claws.
Whatever you think he'd do
Yeah.
as Peter's trying to run away, so yeah.
That misses.
I don't think 11 hits.
Do you want to use your inspiration to add 1d6 to that attack roll in the hopes of beating his AC? That you can do.
Yes, you could.
Roll what?
You can roll a 1d6 and add it to the claw attack number. See if it's high enough. So add 4, so
14.
15.
15.
That hits.
There you
Oh.
go.
4 more
So
damage.
That's another 4 damage.
All right, and he is no longer inspired.
All right, Luna gets one. And Aurora
Can you
gets
take
one.
the inspiration off?
Yeah.
Curio. And
Yep.
Luna gets one. Okay. So Luna will be bite. Oh,
21. Wow.
21. That hits.
definitely hits for 5.
Okay. Does 5 damage. And then Aurora.
Eon.
Nihon, you get to roll your
Yeah.
attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Neon sounds distracted.
Nope, I'm here.
13 misses.
Damn.
And he's looking pretty hurt at this point, obviously.
Good.
But so he comes out here and he is going to
Callan's in range.
actually he's going to
He is
Let's see.
still not out of my range.
his
Throw a
range
spear
is
at his
20
head.
feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. He is going to cast Spike Growth. So let's see.
Putting spikes down.
Where is he going to cast it,
Yeah.
though?
So he's
Yep.
going to center it here.
What's the
And
radius?
20 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
So if that's your center point,
But don't
then it
forget,
would
it's
be
10 up.
5, 10, 15, 20.
You said it was a 10-foot up, so.
Yep.
Yeah, so you would add 10 to these. So
Okay.
this would
But
be
if it's going to add 10, then he'll center it up.
because
on
it would only be
up on the
here.
cliff. Yeah, he'll center it
Okay.
up on the cliff then.
So up here,
Yeah. So it's going to be,
which catches everybody.
yeah. I think it'll be something like that. So in that area,
Yep.
So hard spikes and thorns just sprout out of the ground, and the area becomes difficult terrain.
Is it damaging?
Yes, it is.
Through it, probably.
So
If we don't move, does it damage us?
that's what I'm checking.
I'm pulling it up too. Here we go. Concentration up to 10 minutes.
I'm not sure if it does initial
When a creature
damage or
moves
not.
into or within the area, it takes
Yeah.
2d4. So we have to move into or within it. So if we stay
Yeah.
still, we're fine.
I don't think it does initial damage, but he's basically surrounded you guys in a bunch of thorny barbs.
Except for Callan.
Yep, Callan is not in it. So
And anyone not in it has to make a perception check against spell save TC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before they go in it.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw it cast because we're in the area of effect, so we know that it's dangerous, but anybody outside of it does not.
Yeah, so that's why he didn't use the disengage action, because he was hoping to get out enough that he could cast that and kind of get you guys in there.
Okay.
I
think
doesn't really have a bonus action he can do.
I think some people have a way to ignore or limit difficult terrain's effects on them. I don't know who, but I think some people have that ability.
Okay.
Might be the animals.
All right. So that is going to be his turn. He doesn't really have bonus actions, weirdly enough. So Callan's turn. All right. So Callan is going to. I have
I
Curious
need
up.
a
I need
user.
Callan's up. I need a user. Welcome.
Hey, need to use how you doing, friend?
All right. So Callan is going to do his crossbow again. And he's going to miss. Just barely. Then his Eldritch Cannon. Can his Eldritch Cannon hit? That's a question. No. Oh, wait. No. +4. That hits.
It made a hit.
That barely hits. So, for the first time, his Eldritch Cannon hits what it was aiming at.
A miracle.
And it does. Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby. And oh no, need a user had a minor fender bender, but doing okay.
9
I'm sorry to hear that, friend.
damage,
9 damage.
which that actually will do it.
Knocks
you
him
guys
That break
aren't
his
wanting him-
concentration?
That
Well, if he's knocked unconscious, I'm assuming yes, that would break his concentration.
yeah. So
Yeah,
you
if
guys
he's
aren't wanting
unconscious,
him dead. You're
it's
wanting him
gone.
unconscious.
The spike growth is gone then.
So he had 9 health left.
He's
Okay.
not dead though, is he?
No,
No.
he's at 0. We can stabilize him.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean
He
I
hasn't
have
done
to
any
do...
death saves yet.
Does that mean I get to do the toll to die?
You get to do
no,
spare the
spare
dying.
the dang.
Yes.
Basically, I mean, you could, but I think the goal was to knock him unconscious, not.
Well, spare
kill
the
him.
dying would still keep him unconscious. It means he wouldn't do death saves and potentially actually die.
Right. So
Because otherwise, he would naturally take death saves every turn or every time he gets hit by literally anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just means he becomes stable.
Right. She doesn't have the healer feat yet, so he wouldn't go up to 1. He would stay at 0.
All right. So it is San's turn.
So question, is he unconscious? Is the spikes gone?
Spikes are gone because he's unconscious. And it
The badger is still there.
Yeah.
Someone can still fight the badger.
I guess rapier. Did that do anything?
12.
Yes.
12 hits.
He does get the sneak attack
7.
because Curio's there,
he
yeah.
does. So 11 damage. Okay.
The badger looking.
Is she going to attack a second time? She can, right? I think she has 2-weapon fighting.
2-weapon fighting?
Yes.
Yeah, she can dagger.
24
That definitely
hits.
hits.
Woo! That is an
Does she get the sneak again?
awesome roll.
I don't think on the second attack.
No, not on the second attack. You don't add any additional modifiers on the second attack.
So 4.
Actually, so okay.
Just tell me Badger is bye-bye.
Badger's not bye-bye yet.
How many HP does a damn Badger have? Holy crap.
More than 20. Well,
Okay.
more than 15.
It is looking very bloody at this point.
More than 15.
So we've maimed this Badger. It's just not dead.
At this point, we might as well finish it and harvest the meat for breakfast or dinner or something. It would be a waste otherwise.
And this was Peter's pet, by the way.
Well,
This was his
Now, do we want to
companion.
kill his badger pet? That makes me
I
feel
mean,
wrong.
is his badger pet gonna stop attacking us? I don't think so.
Probably not.
You have charm animals, don't you? Or
I have animal friendship.
can we try to get the badger to
It
stop?
is. Actually, it's Moro's turn first. So
Yeah, I can't go yet.
Moro would probably attack the badger.
Yeah. I can't move Morrow, so I'm guessing.
Yep.
I mean, technically, you can spare the badger, maybe. I don't know. That's DM's call on if the badger instantly dies as a monster or if it's same rules because it's a familiar.
I mean, you
It's a
could
beast
spare the
companion.
dying. Yeah, you could spare the dying on it, but
And I'm guessing
I don't know
Morrow
why you
bites.
would. 9 misses.
Uh,
Badger's still alive.
But give me a second. That's supposed to be with advantage again, and I keep rolling without
Yep,
it.
you're right. You're right. 24 hits, and Badger's dead.
Not get to determine if it's prone because it's dead.
All right, so that is officially the end of combat.
So what the heck was Badger 2 then?
He had an ability to summon a
Second badger.
He could have summoned another badger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you
like
answer me now? Can you answer me now? Is Peter just uncharmable or?
So his health was too high at that point, and yes, he cannot be charmed.
So he can't be put to sleep. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
He's actually immune to charm.
Who has some rope?
We all do.
Meaning, like, who wants to
The
tie
robe
up
of many
Peter?
things has rope on it.
That was meaning who wants to tie up Peter?
Ah.
Who's good with not making? I guess I'll yell out.
Survival checks to see if we can tie him up properly.
Yep. You know it.
Not my... Well, not Curio. Let me roll mine.
Definitely not me.
I rolled Curio's first. I forgot I had a sheet open. Oh, there we go. Son and I have got this tag teaming here.
Yep.
Okay.
So can I?
Sheet.
Yeah, you guys tie him up real good.
So can I go into this space and do an investigation on the?
Would you like
badger?
to loot the badger?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's not really gonna be an investigation for the badger.
Okay.
Basically, because he's not gonna have like items and stuff on him. It would be
survival,
most likely, to like kind of skin him.
Do I want to kill him though, or do I want to spare him from dying?
That's up to you.
I mean, if we're bringing Peter back to the town, Peter's proven that he's not willing to go quietly. If he gets jailed, I think he's just gonna send the badger against the guards and stuff.
Okay, so badger dies. So what? You said it was survival?
Yep. 12.
Well, I guess I used my natural 20 roll for...
So you don't really get anything usable from the hide with a 12. But you can still collect the meat for later use.
Luna and Morrow can have a snack of the mangled meat, and we can get whatever's salvageable for later.
So then I guess I would try to go down here and check on the kids. See how they're
Ballista
doing.
just had to hit that one last time.
Well, I was going to do another Toll the Dead, so...
He had health potions that he was going to use on his next turn.
Well, thank you for telling me that, because I was about to loot him to make sure he didn't have anything on him.
Yep. So
that we would need to confiscate.
You can loot him.
I'll go here too and see.
So your roll will determine. That's a pretty good roll.
Yep.
I did pretty well
Nice.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
too.
You guys are gonna get some good stuff.
I think we wiped him clean, Nene. I think we got it.
Yep.
So, as you already kind of guessed, you find a deck of illusions. It was not a deck of many things. It was a deck of illusions.
I like it.
I want you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
No, yeah.
And
So
we're going to take that number -1 or +1.
14.
oh, just
so-
one of us roll.
Yeah, just one.
'Kay.
I rolled
so
a 13,
It's
so
going to have 14 cards missing from the deck for
Oh,
a total of 20 cards. It's a deck of 34 cards normally.
That's not bad, but
okay.
you'll have
so
to tell us
It-
what cards we have then.
So
Deck
guessing.
of
the deck of illusions
illusions.
actually specifies.
Oh, okay.
And
But do you have to specify
to
which
note-
cards are missing?
So it'll be based on what you guys draw, basically. You do know the Jack of Clubs is missing because you just used that.
Yeah, we can't just kind of open the deck willy nilly. Like how the deck of many things works. It's probably similar, right, Meteor?
Right.
So you
So
can't just
you have to
shuffle
declare
through.
how many cards you're gonna draw. You have to draw
Yeah.
that many within an hour.
You can't draw for a specific thing. Once you draw it, you have to use it.
No,
Right,
I mean,
it's-
could you not just shuffle through to see what's there?
No,
Not really, no.
Okay. That
the
answers my
cards are
question.
blank until you declare and pull.
Okay.
You guys got really lucky with the Berserker. It could have been like a red dragon. It could be a beholder.
But they're all illusions?
Yeah, they're all illusions.
Okay.
So it could have been something super scary, but you got a Berserker.
Okay.
All right. So you
So-
have the deck of illusions.
Okay.
You also find 2 potions of healing,
Okay.
a ring of free action. Wait, what?
That is avoiding dangerous terrain, I think.
Yep, it is.
It's freedom of movement in ring form, basically.
Cool.
Right?
And your magic cannot reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
which is nice. And then a ring of animal influence with your nat 20.
So that's how he was trying to take over Morrow.
Tomorrow.
So it's a freebie animal friendship spell.
Yep. Animal influence gives you 3 spells: animal friendship, speak with animals, and fear. Which can only target
fear.
beasts.
Yep.
Fear can only target beasts in this
Right.
instant.
With my druid capabilities, I wonder if that ring would be good with me.
It probably would, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can have it.
That'd be a really good one for you.
I'm gonna put the deck into the bag of holding.
What about that ring of free actions? I wonder who that would be best with.
I would say maybe not Curio, because Curio can use his key
Key
points,
points.
to jump over obstacles.
What does the free
Essentially,
actions
and
do
avoid it.
again?
It's basically a ring version of the freedom of movement spell, which means you can't be grappled, you can't be restrained, and you can move through difficult terrain freely without a penalty.
So it doesn't give you an extra action like I can heal again.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
I'll double check. But I'm fairly certain it's freedom of movement and not actually in a bonus action, but I'll check it. Yeah, it's freedom of movement.
Okay.
While you wear this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. In addition, magic can either reduce your speed or cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. So, yeah, that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think somebody who needs to be mobile but doesn't have a way of leaping over obstacles So maybe Aurora?
I would think so.
Nihon?
Yes.
Go ahead and give yourself a ring of free action item.
I am back.
Excellent.
We're going to give that to you.
Thank you.
So I add in the ring of animal influence?
Yes.
Okay.
You will take that.
I had so many things planned for Peter to do, but you guys trapped him good.
I'm gonna say, at least we didn't put him on trial yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen there.
Yeah. Okay.
To be fair, I only bring that up because we did that in another group I'm in, and we made our poor DM have to come up with an entire trial.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm actually going to put on that ring.
Yep, you're going to go ahead and attune to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that an attunement item?
I believe so, yes.
Firedale just woke up.
He just missed all of the fun.
How do you know Firedale's up?
Does not say
he
it's a
messaged me.
tuned item for yours, Nene.
Is it
The
supposed
ring
to
of
be?
free action
Reaction
is attuned.
attunement, yeah.
Okay, so for
So
mine, I
Nihon
don't
will
have
need to attune to his.
Yes.
You don't need to attune to yours, Nene.
Okay. I'm still hoping for my special one for an attuned item.
Special thing for your ring, Nene, similar to my Staff of the Woodlands, the charges are regained at dawn. You have to roll a 1d3 at dawn to see how many charges you get back.
Okay.
Your special one that you're running is the healing staff, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just not there yet.
Yep. That's the one.
It'll happen eventually, I'm sure. Okay. I'm going to...
So you guys got some pretty good items from him
Firedale
then.
says how long till stop time? How much longer are we going?
I figure we're probably going another 30 minutes.
If you want to
If that's
hop
all right
in,
with everyone.
Firebutt, maybe 30
That's fine.
minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, you can jump in. We have Peter. We need to bring him back to town and go from there.
You successfully shoved your hand through an illusion.
Yep. Multiple times,
Multiple
even.
times.
You had to be sure.
It was a little confusing for you.
Yep. Tilt your head, look at it confused, and then do it again. It's like pawing at the thing, like a cat.
Basically, you attacked it once, and then were confused, and then just like shoved your hand in it.
It's a cat with a laser light. A laser pointer. Except it's not a laser pointer, it's a berserker that's in an illusion.
Okay.
He said so it was like a laser pointer.
Yep. Pretty much.
A giant laser pointer. Hop in, Firebutt.
Yeah, hop in, Firedale.
Yeah. Come join us.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone not have health potions yet?
I believe I have some.
Because I would like to pass those 2 out to people who think they need them.
I don't have one in my backpack, I think.
Go ahead and add one to your backpack.
One
Okay.
in potion. Yeah, I have 1 potion of healing.
Callan does not.
Okay, we'll give Callan the second one then.
Okay.
Alright, so that's
I
the
was
loot
gonna
distributed.
say the other one that probably would have benefited from that would be Firebutt. Because he doesn't have one either.
Yeah, but Firebutt has the Ring of Spell Storing, which I think we put some healing spells in, yes?
Yeah.
So he has a method of healing.
Right. Okay.
Let's see.
While we wait to see if Firedale can join us, I'm gonna go visit the restroom, so I'll be back.
Okay.
So question, did we loot everything possible from Peter, or should I get Son to come down?
You looted everything from Peter, yes.
Okay.
That was all you found on him.
So I guess the
Yeah.
only thing we
I
can
assume
really
Son
do.
retrieves her knife that she threw.
Oh, yeah. Does she have to roll anything for that?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Retrieves her daggers.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a suggestion for Lily
Okay.
after, when she gets back. Because I could assume after all that fighting, the kids would probably be scared. I'm wondering if we should do a performance
Especially
to try
ones
and
that
calm
are
them.
right next to you right now.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we should try to do a performance to calm them.
That's not a bad idea. Because, yeah, you guys now have Peter, but you also have these, 20 kids, 15, 20 kids that you don't know what to do with.
Yeah. And doing medicine checks on them won't exactly help anything.
Right.
And
All right.
healing.
Welcome
Lily,
back.
suggestion. Because I'm betting these kids are all absolutely freaking terrified right now.
Right? We probably
Should-
traumatized a bunch of children.
Should we try to do another performance to try and calm them?
Sure. We can do that. I'd also like to try to talk to the oldest of the kids, maybe, to make sure that they're going to be all right.
Explain that he's okay, he's not dead, he's knocked out.
He is unconscious. He has to go back to
Mhm.
town because he did a bad thing.
But he is not dead.
They seem a little bit appeased by that information. That you didn't kill him, you just...
And we're not
he's
going to
sleeping
hurt
right now.
him further unless he tries to fight us.
Further.
We won't kill him, though. We might have to knock him out again. But he has to answer to the people who he has wronged. We're going to try everything we can do to get him to make it so he doesn't have to face a death sentence. But
14 is decent performance.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I think
And
Nate
good
was going to
job
also
getting-
help, so yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Should we roll for Curio too, since he has his pan flute?
Basically, how helping will work is whoever's doing the main part of the performance will roll with advantage.
Oh, okay. So I would roll again.
Because you're
Kind of
assisting
thing.
in it. Yeah, so 24.
Should I?
There you go.
That,
So we-
that really soothes them very much.
Yeah, that was a full 10 points higher than my previous roll.
Mm-hmm. So basically, that's for the overall performance of everyone. And
Right.
the fact that they were helping you gave you advantage.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Do we want to start heading back towards town?
I guess we have to pack all the kids up, though. We
Mhm.
can't just leave them here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can start
There are
putting
3
them in
carts
the
here.
carts and head to the town.
Setting
Get a
up
few
the
people
horses.
set up as drivers.
Actually, you guys have 4 carts, because don't forget about your own.
Yep. We did take ours to get out here because it was a bit of a trek.
Mm-hmm.
So we start loading the kids up.
And shaking his big, fluffy, luxurious, kid-friendly tail.
Very good.
And I'll whisper to Luna, watch them, be nice with them, purr, make them feel happy. If they accidentally yank your tail, do not bite. Please and thank you.
All right, so you guys load up all the kids into the wagons. I assume
Hitch
four
the
of you.
horses.
Who is driving each of the carts?
I'm assuming Son will take one.
Yeah, Son and Mara will take one. Probably Lilia and Luna would take another. If y'all have decent survival.
+4?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Sure.
So, Saffron, are you taking one?
Well, I was gonna ask if either of the guys wanted to drive one of the carriages.
I would say Curio will probably do one. +4
Okay.
survival.
Is Callan gonna do one?
I only have +3 survival.
What's Callan's?
Callan. Let's see. Curio's
Son only has a +3 too.
survival is +4.
Yep.
Callan's would be. I gotta pull it up real quick.
I also only have a +3, so it's just literally who wants to do it. Okay, so not Callan, so either Nihon or myself.
All right. So everyone who is driving needs to roll survival check. Or would it be survival or animal handling? It would probably be animal handling, wouldn't it?
For the horses?
Yeah.
+2.
But survival's more like foraging and
Yeah,
stuff
no.
like that.
Okay,
You know
so
what? Here's what I'll do. I'll use a spell to speak with the animals. Because that was bad.
Yeah, you're having trouble
with the
controlling
animals.
them. Hi, Firedale.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, so you speak to the animals. I assume you are talking to all of them.
Yep.
Or are you just talking to yours? You
I
should
think
be
it
able to
would be
understand all
all.
of them, right?
Let me see. Yeah.
So I would say with you talking to them, everyone can roll with advantage on their animal handling.
Okay, I need to fix that then.
So everybody gets to roll again.
Mhm.
I didn't
For what-
roll.
Animal
For-
handling. Roll with advantage.
So Firedale gets a 9 on his, which isn't great.
Hopefully it's a low
Aurora.
in those since they are trained horses.
Mhm.
That didn't do. Oh, it did. So with advantage 21, so I guess I do well.
Yeah, so 21, you are really good at it. Aurora gets a 7. Oof.
Son.
Yeah, I'm just there to
Does an
smooth
8.
things
Son
over a
gets
bit.
an 8. Oh my.
So I guess I do really well. Am I leading the carts back?
Yeah, we're all just following.
And a 9. Oh man. Those are such
Well, I mean,
bad
technically
rolls.
Nihon rolled, so I didn't need to. But
Yep.
if I rolled with advantage, that's where I would be.
Mm-hmm.
At a 17. So.
You don't do bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Firebutt, since you're here, I can
It's-
close your tab.
Yeah.
So it's a little rough on the way back, when you're making your way back, because the kids are all whining and like, "Are we there yet?" And they're distracting you, and so you run off the road a couple times.
Do I really run off the road? I'm doing
No,
a 21.
You do fine. It's everyone else who is.
Well, Saffron has a 17.
Well, who was driving, Saffron or Aurora?
Nihon was rolling to drive, so
Yeah,
my roll
so
doesn't count.
Aurora's
Okay.
wasn't great.
Okay.
I did roll a survival just to kind of keep an eye on things as we move.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you
Luckily
have
somebody has mending just in case we break a wheel.
You have
I have
Peter
mending.
tied up, and you tied him up really well with that check. So yeah, you end up making it all the way back to town.
Okay, I don't think we should take the kids into town.
Keep them outside at the gate.
I would think so, and
Is anyone going to stay there with them?
I think, well, my suggestion would be to send Son in to see if she can find Lena and Marl, and then see if we can get the market people out here.
Okay.
I mean, I can gather a crowd.
But we need to see if we can find Lena and Marl, and San would be fastest on Direwolf
Right.
to go find.
She can find them. I can deal with the rest of the market people.
Yeah, so I
If
would say
needed.
send San to go find Lena and Marl, if possible.
Right.
I would say probably check house first.
Okay, so
And somebody
Kevin,
stand
Son,
guard over Peter.
she rushes over. She has a decent remembering of where they are now after having gone there a couple times.
Should it be a survival roll or no?
I'm
We
not gonna have
figured
her
it
roll
out at
anything.
this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does she find Lena and Marl?
Yes, she does find Lena and Marl, explains the situation, and
We got
gets them to
Peter.
come with her. I assume she's meeting you guys at the mayor's.
I
with
was
them?
gonna say I was gonna say bring them back out of town.
Oh, bring them back out.
Yeah,
Okay.
right outside the front gate.
All right, so you
Because
bring them back
my
out of
thought
town.
would be bring all the market people there, explain to the market people what happened, and then maybe if the market people stand a united front against the mayor.
We can make the mayor less bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
All right, so Lena and Marl show up with San, and
Who should we get to go to the market and get the rest of the people?
Lena's
I
like,
have a question.
where did all these kids come from? Yes, fire down.
How hyped has the mayor made this execution to
The
the
rest of the
people?
townspeople
It's
are
a public execution.
Yeah.
hmm
The rest
Market
of the
people
town
are
people want
unhappy
him dead.
that he's being executed because they know he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only the
So
market people that don't think he did it. The
But
rest of the town folk.
townspeople
Yeah.
know about it. Okay.
And they think he is a monster for doing what he did because
Why we're not
basically
bringing
he
him into
ruined-
town right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my thought is if we can get the market people there to find out what happened, and then we have the more people to go into town with the rest of the people who think he should die, not Peter, the other guy, we might stand a chance of swaying the crowd and the mayor, is my thought.
Okay.
So who wants to go get the rest of the market people?
That would be Safi.
Okay. I can do that.
Right.
So I'll stay here.
Lena and Marl, we'll start with that.
So I guess I'll talk to them.
They arrive and they're like, they see all these carts full of kids.
Sick
They're like,
kids.
what's going on here?
So apparently, Peter decided, or the reason Peter did what he did was because he was taking care of all these orphan kids who were really sick with a plague. So he
They've been treated now.
They've been
not
treated
contagious anymore.
They definitely have been treated. He
Scared me there for a second.
He enchanted the money to get the medicine for them and has been treating them for a couple days now. So they're definitely not contagious.
So it definitely was him then.
It definitely was him. He did admit to doing it.
Oh, good. That means we can swap him out for Loman.
These kids are all he has, though.
Well, he's all these kids have.
Yeah, these kids are all he has. He's been taking care of them because they're all orphaned. Their parents have all died. So he was trying to get food and clothes and stuff for them to survive the winter. Apparently, he has gone to other towns and didn't get any help. And by the sounds of it, he was at his wit's end, didn't know what to do, and this was his last resort, he says.
So these kids all have nowhere to go?
Correct.
Right.
They have no families. He's all they have.
And after Peter's hung, then the kids will need some place to stay. I can talk with the mayor about finding these kids some homes. I'm sure there's plenty of people around here who would gladly take them in.
Do we need to see Peter die for this?
I don't see a way around it.
I don't know what to say. I'm
I
stuck.
mean, technically, I'm not there anymore. I would have ducked out to go to the market.
Can you give me ideas?
Well, let's start by taking Peter to the mayor, and we can sort this all out.
Tell them to
Well-
wait for me to come back.
First, we wanted to grab the rest of the market people to fill them in onto what actually happened. We're hoping with more of a crowd, we might be able to get the townspeople who are not you market folk, who don't think Loman did this. The rest of the town seems really against it and want him dead. So we're hoping to get every one of you guys in the know of to what actually happened, so we can have a united front against the mayor and the townsfolk.
Right. My word should be plenty for getting the mayor to swap Loman for Peter.
But is her word enough to keep him alive?
Yeah, but I don't
So, with
necessarily
this
know if I want
evidence-
him dead. So, will your word be enough to keep him alive? I'd like to give at least him a fighting chance.
I don't know about that. It's his fault that all this happened.
Definitely is his fault. And I do
think
feel
the
like
kids'
he
words
should.
might be enough.
Yeah. I do feel like he does have to make some sort of retribution for what he did, but he didn't necessarily do it maliciously. The kids' lives were at risk. So, it's like a nasty two-headed coin.
With the town, with the market folk at this point?
So what she says in response to that is, I understand that you're wanting no one to die, but this affected so many people, especially the market folk, and they're gonna want someone to answer for this. They don't want Loman because
Did anyone
he
die?
didn't do it. No, but it made a few
It
destitute.
destroyed people
Their business.
financially. So my thought is maybe
Lena and Marl are having to leave town and start anew elsewhere because of this.
I'm wondering if once the kids are healthy enough and if Peter would agree, maybe he work for the market folk to help pay back. Doing whatever jobs.
I'm not there, but at the same time, I think if I was, I would be heavily resisting using the children as labor to pay for his crimes.
Okay, so maybe he can work off some of the debt by helping. Maybe he can help them recuperate.
Do you think he would do that?
Could we work out a deal with the market folk that if he works off, they'll help with the kids?
So basically, the feeling you get from Marl is that the market folk will be helpful in getting them switched, getting Peter to be up on the noose instead of Loman, but she doesn't think they'd be helpful for pardoning him or having him work it off instead, because they're going to want someone to answer for it. And seems like in this town, that's how this level of crime is dealt with.
Okay,
And
thoughts.
if that's
I
how
need
it
help.
has to be, then that's how it has to be.
And at the end of the day, if there's nothing to be done, there's nothing to be done. We can't allow an innocent man to die for the sake of a not innocent man.
Then can I turn around and say this to her basically, that if she can work out a deal with the mayor to have the kids looked after, they can seek vengeance however they want, but the kids are the priority. They need to be taken care of because they are innocent in this.
Oh, of course. It wasn't the kids who did this. I mean, the kids were the reason that he did this, but that wasn't their decision.
the
They will be
kids.
cared for.
So if you can guarantee that,
We can definitely talk to the mayor about that, but I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be cared for.
so then I guess we let Peter. I'm trying to think of words.
Hang.
Let you guys seek whatever retribution you need from Peter.
We do the trade-off.
Let justice take its course.
Yep.
All right.
But I would like to see the kids in safe hands before this happens. Please and thank you.
All right. So, at this point, do you start heading towards the mayor, or what's happening with Saffron?
What do you?
I mean, I had, in theory, been told to go to the market to get the other market folks. I was assuming I would getting them and coming back while this was going on.
Were you were bringing them back out of town, or were you bringing them straight to the mayor?
I was originally told to bring them out of town.
Because I don't know if bringing all the kids to the mayor is a good idea. I'm wondering if bringing the mayor out here to Peter and all the kids is better. Because I don't want to cause a huge scene in town.
Okay. Yeah, you probably wouldn't bring the kids in just yet.
No, we would have to
leaving someone with the kids and then going.
Right, we would want to negotiate the kids being taken care of with the mayor before they entered town.
So
Right.
I would think somebody needs to go get Mr. Mayor, let him know we got the person. They're being held, or we are holding them just outside of town. Can you follow us, please?
Here
I
he is
assume that
having
would
a
be
dream in the
something that
background. You can
Tafflin
hear
would be
him.
doing since she was already going that way.
Yeah,
Or
it's
would you
just
have
where did
someone
y'all
else?
send me, basically.
Yeah, that's what
I
you
would
figured it
say stop by the mayor's place, grab him, run into market, grab them, and come back.
Hi, Gabby.
Doing
Alright,
two
so-
trips, starting with the mayor, and then going through the market, and then coming back.
Yep.
Okay.
So are you... I'm just trying to make sure I have this straight. Are you going to the mayor, bringing him out of town, then going to the market, and then bringing them? Or are you going to the mayor, then the market, then bringing everyone?
I would say probably mayor market out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure I have this straight.
Like a circle.
Yeah, talking to the mayor, letting him know that we have him outside of town. We're gathering up the market folks so they could also be involved in this. Can you meet us outside of town?
Okay.
Right outside the gate.
Yep.
Uh,
My party will
so-
be there waiting for you with
We
Peter.
want everyone involved to witness
No.
what's going to happen here.
Yep.
Right. Alright, so...
The
Oh,
townsfolk
we
are
need
not
to get
involved.
Yagurna. We need to get Yagurna.
That can happen too. Add it to the list.
Yagurna was at the market.
Okay.
So she's coming along with you because she heard the news.
And she's probably just really, really excited and like anxious and nervous and...
So you gather up these people, bring them all out to town to these 4 wagons that you have with kids piled up in them and Peter tied up. Is he still in the wagon or have you brought him out?
I thought he's probably we have him sitting against a wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, we have him sitting outside a wagon under guard by someone.
Armed guard.
Right.
Yep.
So as all of these people approach, the mayor comes up and is like, "What is all this about? Why have you dragged me out here?"
We have found your culprit, Mr. Mayor, and we have brought him here. And we brought the market folk here to confirm that this was indeed the culprit.
What, these kids here?
No.
No.
The market folk standing behind me.
No, I think he means the culprit is not the kid.
Yeah,
No, it's
culprit.
Oh,
He was
no,
asking
the
if the culprit
culprit's
was the kids.
the
man's-
guy right here under guard.
Oh, this
tied up.
The one that tied up.
fellow. I see.
Yeah.
This is
and
Peter.
How do you know this?
Well,
He admitted to
Peter
doing
is
it.
conscious at this point, so he's. I assume is he gagged or just tied up?
I guess would be just tied up.
I mean,
my
I would have
best-
gagged him to prevent him from casting, probably.
Okay. Well, my best guess would probably be to look at Lena and be like, would you care to explain?
So yeah, so she is like, I would love to. So she gives the whole story. It's like, this is what I told you before, but you wouldn't listen. And explains how he bought from her 2 full cases and of medicine and stuff, and then she used those funds to buy from Loman, and then Loman used them to buy from everyone else. And so the mayor's just sitting listening to all this and just kind of nodding, and he looks at Peter and he walks over to him, rips the gag off.
Yep.
He's like, is this true? And Peter's like, damn right.
Oh, he's doubling down.
Yep. He knows he's lost at this point. I mean, what's the point of lying?
And I do it again.
Now, can I get in for a
save these
second, Mr.
kids.
Mayor? Because Peter's
Sure.
just Peter's gonna tuck himself into a wall right now. I would like to make a clarification. If you take
Okay.
a look at all these cards, we found
He
Peter.
saw the kids.
The ones
yeah.
full of kids?
Yeah, we found Peter in company with all these kids. Apparently, they were really, really sick with the plague. They've been treated. They are not contagious, but they're all orphans. Their parents had all died to a plague, and Peter was taking care of them. Apparently, he has tried to get help from other towns, had no success, and thought he was at his last ropes, and decided to enchant money to get what he needed to try and take care of the kids.
And I do it again. As long as these kids live. And so the mayor's like, well, I guess Loman can go free then. And we'll take Peter to the gallows tomorrow.
So,
Any
Mayor,
objections?
Mr. Mayor, we have one more request.
What?
We would like to know if these kids can be taken care of, since they are all orphans. Peter was all they had. We do not want to see these kids harmed. Or
that.
Can I interject?
Sure.
Mhm.
And I'll kind of double down on what you're saying, but also add a little bit more context. Since Peter clearly has to pay for his crime, they won't have him to rely on anymore. They will need help. So if we could find homes for them or some sort of support for them, that would be wonderful.
Because
That
they're
sounds like a
innocent in this.
very big task. He just kind of starts thinking. It's like,
Can Lena chime in?
so while he's thinking, Yagurna actually pipes up and says, I would be happy to help with help it to finding them homes, sir. It'd be my pleasure. And the mayor's like, you would, huh? All right then, you're in charge of it. You can take these children in and help relocate them and find them homes. And yeah, I don't really know what to do with kids. Never wanted any myself. But Peter, or this man, he doesn't. I don't know if he actually knows his name at this point. I don't know if anyone.
Well,
said
I
it.
said this is
We've
Peter.
referred to him as Peter multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Peter will hang tomorrow, and we'll make sure these kids get good homes. And thank you, kind strangers, for writing this, I guess.
Yeah, we really didn't want to see a innocent man get killed for something he didn't do. Just didn't stand right with us.
Right. He motions to two of the market men and has them grab Peter and bring him back. And they escort everyone, including the kids, into the town.
Was he a known spellcaster?
Who?
Cast illusions on
Peter.
the coin, so I would assume so.
I would suggest letting them know that he's a spellcaster.
I would gag him first before they take him away.
Oh, right. We
And
should
explain
Yeah,
why.
cover his
let's put that
mouth.
back on him.
You got
Yeah.
a good point there. So they gag him again. And they escort them all into town. They kind of leave the carts there, including your cart, which you got from the stable that you paid for.
I guess while this is happening, well, I don't know. I was going to say bring our cart back and see what we can do with the rest.
Yeah,
The
so
Would we
others
be
are
able to
ours
sell
now.
the
Nobody's laying
carts?
claims. Nobody's laying claim to these carts. So you
I'm
could.
wondering if we
That's why I
could
said
sell
the
them
others are
to
ours
the...
now.
Yeah, so you could take them. You could sell them.
Honestly, what I would like to do with them is I would like to sell them and distribute the funds from them to the kids so that they can pay their way.
Okay.
Well,
to
the
whoever
other thing
takes
I
them
would
in.
like... The
Mhm.
other
For
thing
a
I would
bit.
like to do is distribute some to Lena and Marl since they were hardest
Well,
hit.
and we could also offer restitution out of it to the marketplace owners that were affected. That would be the other option.
So I guess we should hop on the carts and bring them into possibly the stable and see if he can buy them.
Sure.
Alright.
And then I guess head into town.
Remember, Meteor, it's the carts and the horses.
Yep.
Yep.
Because you said there was also 2 horses per cart, I think, right?
Pull up the sheet.
Would the stable guy have enough money to actually buy all of them?
That's the question. We may have
That
to
is
deal
another
with a
good
larger
question.
city.
Well, the nice thing is we can
Draft
get them somewhere else if we
horses.
got to.
For actual, like, owning as a mount, seem to run 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, I don't know if
50
you'd have
gold
that.
for 50 gold per horse.
For a draft horse.
To buy.
To
So
buy,
sell
to
would be
permanently
half.
own. But if
So
it's
selling-
something like a pony, those are like 30.
Oof. So
How nice are the horses?
there's like 6 horses
In 3 carts.
and 3 carts.
They could be worth less if they're a bit more rundown or old.
Unless what we do is we bring ours back, we keep one and see if we can sell it in...
Now, if they're donkeys or mules, they're only 8 gold pieces.
Okay.
Just
Guys?
depends on what you say they are.
I
Guys,
think
I
they'd
have a
be
theory.
regular horses. What?
My other theory would be if we keep one of the carts to travel away with, because we're going to another town probably, to follow the lead.
Well, I
If
mean,
we
we've
keep-
already rented one out. That's the one that
But
we're
we
using.
have to rent it again, don't we?
Yes, you would have to rent it again to go back to the main
So if we
city.
keep if we keep one for our next travel and then sell it in the next town, but if we can sell 2 of them, maybe it's not as much money that
Mm-hmm.
they would have
Keep
to
in
try.
mind, it cost us 14 silver to rent the horses
Yeah,
and
okay.
the cart.
But
But
it
if
would
you
give us
guys-
a little bit money at the end too.
And the
you
further
guys
the
also could
trip,
just
the more
keep
it
it.
costs.
You
Right.
could
Yeah,
just
but
keep
then
one set.
Yeah, but then we have to find lodging for the horse and food for the horses and...
And constantly maintain that, yeah.
It would
Mhm.
still probably be cheaper than the amount that we would pay for rental.
over time, yes, but we don't have a set
Property.
home or anything. So if we ever go
Unless-
somewhere
So
that
what
we
you're
can't
saying is
store the
we're gonna
horses
be on the
away,
move a lot.
I have a theory. Could we maybe work out a deal with the? I have a theory. Could we maybe work out a deal with the stable people where they can have the horses be used, but the money from the sale or from the uses of the horses goes back to the kids and the market people? Does that make any sense?
Say it again.
Makes sense.
We can give, like, basically I'm thinking give the horses to the horses in the carts to the stable person, but profit or any of the profits made from the uses of those specific carts and horses gets kicked back to the market people and the kids to take care of them.
You could suggest that, doesn't mean that
I don't
he
think
would
he'd go for
agree
that
to
because
that.
that's his income
Yeah.
that we'd be
But
messing
he's
with.
getting free horses and carts.
That he would also have to keep up with and take care of.
Yeah, okay.
So
It's
I would
easier to
Selling-
sell
suggest
them to him and then disperse the money. So it's a
Okay.
one-time thing. He's not going to want a sustainable arrangement like that.
Okay, well, I still think we should keep one for our next trek, and then possibly sell that.
We
in the next
can
town.
hold on to one for now because we're not technically done with our horses because we're about to move on again, probably.
All right. So
Yeah.
you're wanting to return the one that you
Rented.
rented, and try to sell two of the other three.
How are the carts' conditions? Do I have to do any mending?
The carts are in pretty good shape.
Okay. So I guess sell two if we can.
Okay. So you return it. You return the original cart that you borrowed from him.
Yep.
And inquire about selling two of the carts to him, including the horses.
Yep.
And he's like, "That's, I don't know if I can take both of those. That's quite expensive. How much are you wanting for them?"
What's
Carts
average
included.
price? Lily, what's average price?
Well, if we were
what's the half?
purchasing, which considering selling back is usually different than purchasing, the horses tend to run 50 gold pieces for a draft horse. The cart, because I'm assuming they're carts, they're not actual carriages.
Correct.
Yeah, carts are 15 gold pieces a piece.
So what would we be asking for? That's like 115.
We had one cart and one horse that we were purchasing in theory. We would be buying them for 65 gold pieces for one cart and one horse.
So to sell one set, if we were going to go half, it would be 57 gold and 50 silver.
So each cart has two horses.
Sorry, 5 silver.
Okay.
Each
So
cart
if
has
they're the draft horses, because riding horses are even more expensive. I'm pretty sure they're draft horses. They're 50 apiece, so that'd be $100 or 100 gold pieces for the two horses.
115 is what I said, right?
And then it'd be 15 for the cart, yeah. So it'd be 115 per, and then you would just depreciate it for whatever sale price you're doing. That would be purchase.
Yeah,
Alright,
so half price for a cart and two horses.
57.5.
Yeah.
All right, so you're wanting to sell him each for 57 and a half gold.
57 gold,
Each
yeah.
set.
57 gold, 5 silver. I think it's the
57
math.
gold, you say?
57 gold, 5 silver.
So that'd be
For 4 strong
115.
horses and 2 good carts.
115 total?
Yep.
Oh. tell you what. Since you saved Loman, I'll buy him from you. Wait.
He's gonna try and
Let me
haggle,
think.
isn't he?
Right?
I
He's
do not.
basically
So-
saying that's too high, but I can give you somewhere in this range.
No, he's gonna. So scratch that. He didn't say that. He said.
Okay.
He says, I think I could make that work.
Okay.
That seems reasonable. So he pays you 115 gold for both sets of carts.
And the
I'll even
horses.
let you dock that other one here until you're ready to leave town for
Thank
free.
you. That would be much appreciated.
Since
That
you
would be
saved
great.
Loman.
That's very helpful, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess see if we can find. I think finding Lena and Marl first to see if we can help them would be best first, and then giving to the kids. Does that
Okay.
make sense to anybody else?
Sure.
You hitch.
Makes sense.
So is Lena? Oh, I guess Lena and Marl must have dispersed and went back into town, right?
Yes, they did.
Probably
They-
went to go have Loman released and welcome him back and all that
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, so everyone else went to the jail house to swap Peter and Loman.
Okay, so I guess
So you guys
do we
went to
find our
dock
way
and-
to the jailhouse then?
Is that what you guys want to do?
I'm waiting for other answers.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the jailhouse, and you get there just in time to see Yagurna and Loman walking out, sort of like holding on to each other. As Yagurna's like, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. And she sees you walking up, and she's like, she runs over to you with him holding his hand. She's not letting go of his hand. And she's like, thank you guys so much. Like I said, we'll pay you whatever we can to repay you for this. If you want to come back to our place, we can figure something out. I want to get this one home as soon as possible.
I think we
This
should
one.
talk to her in private about the money for the kids. This is an out of character thing.
And
So-
Loman says, yes, thank you guys so much. I don't know what to say. I don't even know you. And you helped save my life. Whatever you want, it's yours.
I don't know what
Whatever
to
I
say
can
to
give
that.
you. Please, why don't you accompany us back to our house, and we can repay you properly.
How about we
We'll
We
get
can
to
fix you a good old cup of
replenish.
tea.
We'll get to replenish our fruit that has gone bad in the storage.
I was gonna say, how about we meet you there? We actually came here on a mission to talk to Lena and Marl for a minute first.
All right, yeah. Here, and she gives you directions to her house.
Hey, sounds great, Yagurna. We'll meet you there. We'll be there soon.
All right, we'll see you soon. And they go on their way.
So are Lena and Marl still there? I'm assuming yes.
Yes, they are exiting as well, not far behind those two.
So should
Fire
we?
says, I don't think anyone in our party is evil, so don't think anyone would try to milk him for more than his worth. I think San would love compensation, but I think the children would come the desire to overdo it, since she's all about family.
Family.
And Mora would have claimed them all as cubs.
Yeah. So I guess flag Lena and Marl over and step aside, so we're
Okay.
out of earshot of everybody.
So you call them off to the side.
Sorry, that
and-
would have been a lot to say, and my throat's kind of rough.
No problem. I'm happy to read it. So you call them off to the side, and they're like, "What's up? What can we do for you?" We're just heading back to our place to finish packing up.
Well, we have a thought, and we
Right.
would like to talk to you about it.
Sure. Whatever we can do.
Kathleen, I
What's on
think
your
you're
mind?
better explaining things, so do you want to
Oh,
do
sorry.
the
I'm trying to
honors?
do bag of holding math.
Bag of holding math for what?
Making sure that I have the amounts correct
For the
for what
gold.
we have.
Oh, okay.
Just remember 10 silvers of gold and 10 coppers of silver.
Yeah, I'm subtracting out 17 silver from 20 gold right now. Is why I was trying to convert in my head.
Are we
Well,
only going to
10
give her...
silver is 1 gold and 7 silver, so you would be left with 18 gold and 3 silver.
Okay, there we go.
But anyways,
That
I'll
was,
just...
that was the last step.
as character, I'll just look to you and be like, would you like to do the honors?
What am I doing the honors on? Because I've missed it.
I was...
Hold
we're
Lena and
at
Marl
Lena
off to
and
the
Marl.
side, and
Yeah, because giving them money
That's
to
where we're at.
hopefully recuperate
Well,
what
do
they
we know
lost.
how much money they lost again? 30 something?
How about we pose it to them? How much money would you need to help get back on your feet
um,
Stay in town.
and stay in town?
I don't know.
Okay, so Loman was
If-
accused of using false currency in the amount of 30 gold. That's in my notes.
Okay. Yeah. So, 30 gold is what we lost. It would take
Well-
at least that to.
They were the ones that were hurt the most,
Yeah,
Right.
so we could
We
Give
can
them-
absolutely pay that out of what
pay them
he had
back,
obtained.
give them extra
Yeah.
so that they can undo whatever they've had to do to leave, and also pay
Right.
back the rest of the market people for the stuff that they got overdone too, which would make the
Let's
total
give them a little
30.
bit of a bonus. Maybe give them
Yeah.
40 of the gold. Because remember, that's a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yeah,
lot of
So-
money.
That's a lot.
I guess I'll pipe in. Since Peter is definitely not going to need his cart and horses anymore, we have taken the liberty of selling them off to try and help you guys, as well as taking the care of the kids, have some money
Oh,
to get on your feet.
are you serious? You
Yep,
didn't have to do that.
And I will hand them 40 gold in a bag.
We
They
do not
open
want to
up the
have.
bag and they look inside. They're like, "Oh my gosh, sweetheart!"
We do not want to
We-
see you have to leave town because of this situation.
And Lena actually starts tearing up a bit. It's like, we don't have to leave. We can stay. With this, we can get our shop back up and running. We can afford our house payments again. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And she hugs all of you. And so does Marl, in fact.
I'm
Aw.
getting semi-emotional with this.
and Marl's not much of a touchy person, so him hugging you is like really special. They are both like incredibly thankful to all of you.
Yeah, because you guys were hardest hit. And I guess this is a way of Peter paying you back.
I mean, we made the money back from the things that he had purchased from the town with the falsified gold, so it's only fair that it goes back to you.
Well, with the carts, Would the carts have been bought from the town, or would he had them first?
Doesn't matter.
The carts. Yeah, you don't know that.
Doesn't matter at this point.
I'm assuming he would have had the carts prior, but okay. So yeah.
It's an easier way of getting them to accept it.
Yep.
Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I don't know what this town did to deserve people like you. And
We're
she
just
actually
glad
starts
we
crying a bit.
get to help
Happy
and
tears.
got to help Loman too.
All right. So, is there anything else you wanted to say to them, or?
I think that was about it.
Okay.
No.
So they
just wanted to make
take
sure
the
we
money.
caught them before they left town.
They take the money and head back towards their house, thanking you profusely. The entire time they can still see you and you're in earshot.
And then I guess we head to Lena and Marl.
Yeah, we have 75 gold pieces left from that sale to disperse among the kids and such.
Okay. So you head over to Lena and Marl's. You.
So I don't think
come
it's
up to their
safe
farm.
leaving it with the mayor.
No, absolutely not.
So you go up to the farmhouse and you knock on the door. And they open. It's like, oh, it's you guys. Yes, come in, please. We've got a few things here that we wanted to give you.
Well, coincidentally, we have come here for a similar reason.
Oh? What do you mean?
I
You've
guess
already given us so much.
I guess starting, I'll put it this way, or how to put it. Do I start with explaining how we come across the money, or?
It's not necessary.
Well, okay.
No, we just want to distribute some of the money amongst the market as a whole because they all were impacted by this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll say we have taken the liberty of selling off some of Peter's belongings since he's clearly not going to need them anymore.
That was smart.
We have gone to Lena and Marl and tried to help them recuperate some of their losses so they do not have to leave town. And what we would like to try and do with the rest of the money, since you are in charge of taking care of the kids, and hopefully can help with the market people as well, we would like to leave the rest of this with you.
So that it can be distributed fairly amongst the market folk who were impacted and used to assist with taking care of the children going forward.
Oh, that'll be a big help. Thank you. How much is here?
Do we want to hand over the full 75 that's left, or do we want to hold some of it back?
How much do you think? I think 50 and keep the rest, or hand over 50, keep the rest.
That's fair, because I think giving them too much more might blow their minds.
Yeah. So I would say hand over 50, keep the rest. We gave Lena and Marl 40.
Right. So we'll give 50 to be distributed the rest of the way and used for the kids.
Yep.
Which is fair.
50 gold? Oh my word.
For everybody.
Yep.
Oh, I promise I will use this very fairly for everyone. Oh, everyone's going to be so happy that they get their money back and that this will go a long way towards finding these
Keep in
kids
mind,
good
you do
homes.
not need to worry about Lena and Marl. We've already taken care of this.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, Lena and Marl have been compensated very well.
So this is to help with you guys who have lost some stuff and to help take care of the kids, because that is one of our top priorities.
Right. The children, we don't want y'all to have to worry about the children being an additional financial burden on any of the families.
This is so amazing. You guys are sent by the gods. Oh.
I guess we can call it divine intervention.
Oh, for sure. Well, here, we have stuff for you too to show you our thanks. And they pull out a couple things that are wrapped up, and so Nihon,
Yes.
Loman brings out this like big wrapped thing and hands it to you, and then
Why, thank you. It's not necessary,
Yugurna
but I will accept.
hands this like long, thin looking thing to Firedale, to Curio.
A
And
long,
they're
thin-looking thing.
Yep. So they are currently wrapped. And she says, "Go ahead, open them."
Curio will open it.
I will open. I'm going to open mine.
All right.
I'm curious.
So,
No, I'm curious.
No, you're Curio.
so as Firedale unwraps his, it is a fishing pole.
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you. Now I can eat.
So
Me
this
too.
is actually
Fish.
a very special fishing rod. It is a pole of angling.
Oh,
So you'll be able to catch lots of good fish with that.
Even better, a fishing rod that requires very little skill to use.
Yep. So that when you speak a command word and transform it into a fishing pole with a hook, line, and reel, speaking the command word again changes the fishing pole back into a normal 10-foot pole. So it can be a 10-foot pole or it can be a fishing rod.
And you don't have to tie the stuff on it. It just turns
Right.
into a fishing rod. That's
Mhm.
nifty.
Yeah. And then as Aurora unwraps the other thing, Loman's like, "This is something that's been passed down through my family, and I want you to have it. I think this will bring you very good. I think this will be very useful for you." And
Mm-hmm.
you unwrap this beautiful sword,
ooh.
Oh my goodness.
and he explains that you can actually use this sword and activate it. This is a moon touch sword. So when you unsheath it, it sheds moonlight in a 15-foot radius.
What
And then dim light.
variant is it?
This is the
Greatsword, longsword,
Greatsword.
scimitar. Okay.
So I look at it and I'm just kind of staring at it. And then I place it down for a moment and I just reach in and give Loman like the biggest hug in the world.
That's
Yeah,
very
that.
cool.
Friend, your kindness is much appreciated, and I am eternally grateful for your kind gifts. I will treat this. I will treat this as well as your ancestors have, and make sure that it shall pass
Cherish
on
it.
for generations.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. It's in good hands now. So yeah, whenever you unsheath it, it actually sheds bright light for a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15.
Which would help with
So when
him
you're in the
not being
dark,
able to see.
yep, when you're in the dark, you can take it out and you'll be able to see.
At least up close.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that'll
It
really
may or
help you
may
in
not
dark
impact the
encounters.
element of surprise, but at least you can see your targets in front of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is the two gifts that they give you.
Okay.
Would you guys like to stay here for the night?
Shall we? What should we do?
You can.
Because it is towards
Yeah,
the
we
evening.
should probably wrap for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end there with you guys staying the night.
Can we say we have a nice meal to celebrate?
Yeah, you have a good meal. lots of fruit and fresh picked crops from their garden.
I'm gonna play a song of rest to heal hit points that nobody has taken damage to.
Has Loman been damaged in the barracks? Have they been beating him?
No, they have not.
Does he need healing?
But he is good.
Okay, so I guess long rest then.
Yeah, so everyone can long rest, and we will end it there for the night. So good job, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed, and we will pick up next time where...
Sorry I was late.
I can't
probably be
long
leaving
rest
town.
on.
I'm just happy we ended up with a mostly full crew at the end here.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
great.
can you long rest on? I can't long
Yes, I
rest
will long
on.
rest on.
Okay.
All right, so say bye to the video, the viewers.
Bye,
Bye,
video.
stream.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Yep.
Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you Tuesday.
All right.